Told my boss that I'm done. Had no luck with my mom. Say, what will you do with your life? You know it's hard to survive. A cigar in my mouth. Maybe guilty but proud. Now I'm an outlaw on the run. Dangerous but it's so fun. Running, running low. Hold on, don't let go. Running, running low. Keep running low.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? We are here in Rampage Open week number 6. I am Shady Gecko, and I will be joined shortly by Canadian. He is stuck in he's stuck in the snow-covered wastelands of Canada right now, and is trudging his way down to the casting bench. But for now, I will handle things on my own. So this is, as I said, week number 6. We've got Team Wombo versus Make-A-Wish Foundation. What a great name. They're just really hopeful and just loving. They're great. But Team Wombo is here to shut all that down and say, nah, your wishes will not come true. All right, so things that are on the line. Make-A-Wish Foundation, if they win this game, they will most likely have their place locked in playoffs. However, if Team Wombo can win here, they can keep their playoff dreams intact and be tied with Make-A-Wish Foundation. So we are going to get into pick bands here shortly, but I just want to give a little bit of context to this match. They did play before, and Make-A-Wish Foundation was able to win 2-0, but it's been a while since we've seen Team Wombo out here on the Rift. They didn't play the last couple weeks, so we're going to have some interesting picks here, of course, with the new meta coming out with the whole Scuttle Crab change. Not too different, but a little bit of things to spice things up. And of course, it's Rampage, so really anything can happen, which is what is so exciting about Fridays here at 8 p.m. All right, so Team Wombo thinking about a ban, not sure, considering it, and the Ribbon ban coming out. Wow, they really don't want to see that. Not in the hands of 2 accounts perma banned. No, yeah, that's a Ribbon player right there, for sure. No offense. All right, and the Sivir band coming out. Not looking to have all those, pesky spell shields. I bet a 2-account banned kind of person wouldn't like that either. And then Jax, of course. Hashashin will appreciate that one right there. His combo of most loved champions. Pike has the other band. Don't want that ultimate, yeah, whatever. Anyway, let's continue talking about these 2 teams. So, all right, sorry, I just got a message. All right, so the only information we pretty much have is the Make-A-Wish Foundation. They like to play those squishier team compositions that emphasize the sieging of the turrets. So, getting rid of some of those things that can kind of stop that siege, like Sivir with her wave clear, and Pike with his assassination, ability, and then the Urgot, also a very strong pick in the top lane, and also very safe. So if you want to bully that person up there, you definitely want to get rid of those things. So how's everybody doing tonight? Let us know in the Twitch chat. Everybody, we're here. We're just having a good time. We're looking forward to some great fiestas here, or some great awesome macro play, super slow with the vision, that's cool too. Maybe we get the Sonaterra combo going on. Probably not, but you never know, especially with the Nocturne coming out. Love it. I love Nocturne. It's one of the first champions I learned to play way back in season 2. As soon as I hit that level 20, for those of you that don't know, you had to hit level 20 before you could jungle, since you needed those higher level runes, which you used to have to buy individually. Come a long way since those days. Nocturne now has one of my favorite skins in Eternum Nocturne. I think it's just dope. But I really hope when they do a micro rework on Nocturne, maybe a visual update or something, they make him even scarier, Get people to jump their seats a little more when his ult comes out. And the Zoe coming in, a great safe, well, not necessarily a safe pick, but really good pick for being able to, fish for fights. That she can kind of throw out at her Sleepy Trouble bubble, multiple times, and maybe she misses 9 times out of 10, but when she hits that one, that can really start off a fight in a good way and punish an enemy team and be able to engage from there. Ezreal following up. Ooh, the Lucian Braum combo, one of those kind of classic bot lane combos, being able to proc that Winter's Bite real fast with the Lucian double tap. I know that's not the name of the ability, but I'm not the play-by-play caster, so I don't need to know these names. But he does the thing where he shoots twice, and that's all I know. All right, Alistair coming in as a little response to that. That's kind of going to be an interesting lane to see, which tank support can tank better, and which high mobility AD carry can high mobility better. Yeah, man, I am coming up with just the best phrases here. I'm loving it. All right, so second phase of bans. Now, Twitch chat, please let us know what you think are the predictions. I know we don't have too much information on Team Wombo, but, you know, give them some love. And then, of course, Make-A-Wish Foundation. And for all of you feeling charitable today, you know, this team is being sponsored, obviously, by Make-A-Wish Foundation. So if you want to go over to that foundation, you can just go to makeawish.com, or just Google it and, you know, donate $5. You know, buy a skin for $5 or donate $5 to Make-A-Wish Foundation. That's up to you. All right, so we've got Morgana and Malphite coming out. Malphite, interesting ban, must be pretty good on it. Darius obviously getting those buffs this patch, looking pretty scary in the top lane. He wasn't doing, you know, amazing last patch, but he's always just really annoying to face against. Just that bruiser that can kind of, you know, feels like you can't even lane against him, because, at least in my opinion, I know other people are probably way better at versing him, but I always hated it. So Karthus coming in, that could be top lane, that could be jungle. I would think it's going to be jungle. I don't know what these players play. What Weenie Head in the jungle, if he plays Karthus. What a name. That's just embarrassing, man. Get yourself a real name. You're on stream. Come on. All right, and Aatrox coming out. The updated Aatrox, now he did land real hard after the reworked changes, but they hot buffed him actually last night. Just so you know, Weenie Head, I love your name. You're fine. And apparently your other account is X-Throat Yogurt. I don't even want to know what that is about. That's just, come on. Anyway, all right, Karma filling out the composition. So Karma mid probably, I would think, unless they're just gonna really switch things up and go Aatrox mid with the Karma top, and Aurelia coming out of as the answer. So I would think that it's okay. So Aurelia top, and then the Karthus jump. So we've got our compositions here. We're going to go ahead and start moving into the lobby, but we're going to take a quick break just to see if we can get our other caster in here. So just hold your horses, enjoy the music, and we'll be right back.
Take a moment right here, feeling like it's out gear. Driving towards the sun with a rose and a gun. Feel the wind in my hair, going nowhere I swear. Like an outlaw on the run, dangerous but it's so fun. Running, running, no. Hold on, don't let go. Running, running, no. Keep running. Told my boss that I'm done. Had no luck with my mom. Say, what will you do with your life? You know it's hard to survive. A cigar in my mouth. Maybe guilty but proud. Now I'm an outlaw on the run. Dangerous but it's so fun. Running, running, no. Hold on, don't let go. Running, running, no. Keep running.
back at that slight delay. I am joined here by Rando Joe because Canadian actually got attacked by a Canadian Volibear, but thankfully the Canadian Meese, or Moose, if you like, were able to get out there and help him out. So, Rando Joe now is here to cast with me as my play-by-play, and I am Shady Gecko, by the way.
Is that what happened to him?
I'm pretty sure.
Honestly, that's unfortunate. My experience with him hasn't been that vicious, but I'm glad he's okay.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Leave it to a Canadian to be so nice.
I'm glad he's okay.
All right, so we're getting in here. We've got the... What is there? Yeah, we've got some people on the blue side. Sorry, we've got the Team Wombo on the blue side with Borden23 in the top lane, Nerf Junglers on the jungle. Okay. Shadow Storm 9199 in the mid lane, and Legendary Diamond Pwned in the bot lane AD carry role with Panic House. That's perfect for a support. In the support role.
And on the red side, we have Make-A-Wish Foundation with 2 accounts permabanned on the Irelia top lane, Weenie Head on the Karthus jungle, Brayden on the Zoe mid, Trucks on the Ezreal AD carry, and Clever Elias on the Alistar. And for a recap of what happened while we were introducing everything there, absolutely nothing happened. So everybody 5-pointed, they're all afraid to do anything early, and just start the game peacefully.
I like that. Make-A-Wish Foundation, they want to play things peacefully. I'm liking it so far. So they did put a ward in the river, which I like, and I want to talk about this because the 3-minute push, or the 1 1.25 pushback of the Scuttle spawn, has kind of changed the jungle and how you handle things. Mostly it's a kind of farm it out style going on. However, I have been seeing quite a bit of invades into the other side because you can kind of expect the jungler to do 3 camps on the one side, so you can kind of get in there and steal buff. Hang on, okay, a little bit of poke damage coming down from Zoe. Nice combo. But yeah, so you put that ward down just to make sure that somebody doesn't go in there to sneak your red or whatever. Smart of them to do that, but yeah.
Especially when they have the Karthus jungle, you're not going to see the Karthus leaving his jungle. So they definitely want to make sure that the Nocturne doesn't path in and steal his red buff. You can predict that Karthus is going to start on the bot side with the blue buff. And he's actually getting crazy low on that red buff. If you're noticing his health bar there, he's... Okay, he barely cut it. I was a little worried for him, but...
He does have smite.
I'm sure he knows what he's doing. His smite is still up yet.
Definitely knows what he's doing. But yeah, and that's kind of an opportunity. So the Nocturne is a very good duelist. So if he'd gone in there and tried to sneak that red, while the Karthus is clearing it, then if he shows up there, the Karthus just has to walk away. So definitely a good idea to put that ward down in the river for all of you out there. If you're solo queuing or even team play, make sure you're putting down some wards to protect that jungle during that 3-minute time frame. Now the Scuttles are up. Nocturne's grabbed his. He's looking top side. Camera's not switching up there, but that's okay because nothing's happening.
Nothing's gonna happen.
Missing things. Oh, they kind of expected it.
Yeah, Q-lane's been nothing. It's that time, I guess, with the Scuttle. It used to be the 3-minute gank top. I guess now it'll become the 3.5-minute gank top after the first Scuttle.
Yeah, and even before you could kind of go Scuttle and then go gank because it's on your way, or you could invade. But now if you do invade or you do gank, you kind of waste a lot of time walking through the river, not really getting anything out of it. So it's kind of, I think that aggressive junglers will still do well if they can get those level 2 ganks off and be productive before the farming jungle can. But the farming junglers definitely got a buff because even if that gank does succeed, they have a little bit of a better timings for themselves, being able to get those level 3s. Now, the Nocturne is only just clearing his golems, so he's going to be a little behind on that clear speed. But nobody's got that Scuttle down there. Nobody's going for it.
I have a feeling they might meet up at it right now. Karthus is walking over there, but Nocturne may just ignore it for the Raptors.
Yeah, a little questionable. Yeah, you'd think he'd kind of go in on that, but maybe he expected Karthus. That could be something, is that he expected Karthus to have already taken it, and Karthus had. Ooh, that was a. Whew. Sorry, we all saw that.
Pretty close with the trading there. that tower shot. Still the trade in favor of Irelia, but
Okay,
a
my
little
directed
closer.
camera is not watching the same game as you. Okay,
No,
now
no,
I'm
it
up
is.
to Irelia.
It is.
You were manual scrolling. All right. All
No,
right.
no, I was commenting on it afterwards.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'm a little behind then.
I don't think so. Anyways, Zoe popped the plant down there on the bottom side jungle. They're getting some jungle control while she is mid
Oh,
prio.
look at all those wards. I mean, that's a
Yeah.
lot of vision down there. Now, it's kind of unfortunate that Nocturne's not going to be down there for a while, but
least
definitely
they know
nice
that.
to at least know where he's not. So,
If they know where he's not, they most likely know where he is. So Irelia will know not to go too
you
aggressive
would hope
on the
so.
top side.
you'd hope
Well,
so.
you know, there's a he can only be in one other part of the map.
Unless he's on their side of the map. That's when things get
Right,
scary.
but
Yeah. Now, I
They
think
would be
both junglers are kind of content to farm it up till they're level 6.
Oh yeah.
And then use, those game-impacting ultimates.
Definitely.
Team
I
Wombo
think-
obviously have to worry about one of those Karthus ults. If they do a gank, you can't really dive too hard because you can always just pop that down.
the global
A
Karthus
little bit
game.
of a...
Oh, nice
actually
knock up
not
there
a bad
from the
trade.
Aatrox.
Yeah, it started out kind of bad for him with Irelia making some fancy moves, but Aatrox just saying, hey, I'm actually a champion.
Yeah, definitely the chains proccing there, allowing him to get that second knock up into the third knock up on his Qs. Bringing a
Yeah,
lot
very
there.
nicely played.
Irelia is still trading and uses her ultimate to dash in, but Aatrox pops his as well and is trying to run away and will end up living.
Yeah, Redemption kind of dissuading him from
Yeah.
trying anything there.
Well, I think Aatrox wanted to just run away at that point, but Irelia getting the better of it because, well, Zoe's just a better mid laner and got the redemption.
Yeah, definitely better mid laner. All that skill right there.
Was able to help her out.
Yeah. Now, for those of you that don't know, haven't read the patch notes yet, first of all, shame on you. Second of all, Aatrox did get changed a little bit to... now his ultimate does not revive him unless he gets a takedown during his ultimate, which he got a bunch of other changes, but that's kind of the big core thing you need to keep in mind.
You know, I'm glad you told me because I'm one of the people who didn't read the Aatrox changes.
No.
The Nocturne goes in onto the Zoe here, and she cleanses the fear after Nocturne gets bubbled up, and she's able to get out without even having to use her flash.
Yeah, very well played. Oh, hello!
Oh, goes back in again.
Oh my god. That was almost, what are you doing?
A little
but it
dangerous,
ain't
but now
bottom.
Karthus coming bot lane for the gank here. Lucian uses his dash before Alistar gets his Q off, but flashes in for the stun and is not able to connect the auto attack.
Woo!
Lucian getting a
Winter's
ton
Bite
of trade damage in. Yeah.
Man, I'm loving this Conquer Alistar. That is a sick skin. I just gotta say, I unlocked that
Oh my
from a
gosh.
random reroll from
Nice.
rerolling 3 skins, so I'm pretty happy about that. Now, skinless bot lane on the side of Team Wombo. You gotta hate that. I mean, that's just unfortunate, unlucky.
It's
'Cause, I mean,
okay. It means they're
how are you
putting
gonna
their
win?
money in other places.
Hey,
Yeah.
like donating to Make-A-Wish Foundation. How about that?
I hope
know?
so.
Exactly.
But they're on Team Wombo, so you never know. Maybe they aren't a fan of that specific foundation.
It could be.
Aatrox
they're-
and Irelia. Oh no,
Ooh.
missing the ultimate on the Irelia side here. Aatrox getting another knockup, but so does Alistar in the bot lane. The Ezreal gets blocked by the Braum while Alistar stuns up Lucian and ignites him. Ezreal's trying to get the damage in, but Irelia just gets taken down by Aatrox, the solo kill in the top lane. And then Ezreal just continues to push the Braum and the Lucian out of the lane, with the Karth Assault landing on top of them.
Yeah, and just some big fights going on across the map on these side lanes. The bot lane fight, didn't really end up doing anything because the Braum, Braum shield able to block that Ezreal ultimate, as you pointed out, and then the Aatrox top lane. I mean, Irelia just misses that ult, and then Aatrox says, "All right, let's do this."
I still have
yeah.
mine up, and yeah, he didn't even use his ultimate to get that kill. And now
Oh yeah, you're right.
Make-A-Wish Foundation gets free reign on this Fire Dragon. While Nocturne goes in on the Zoe, who's a little too pushed up and has to burn Flash for being a little bit too aggressive for those tower plates.
Man, these guys are so low. If somebody could just figure out what they're doing. But yeah, being able to get that push and not backing after that big fight, really turns into their favor. They're able to grab that Infernal Drake, and that's kind of just on Team Wombo to, you know, recognize that Infernal Drake is up, and that you don't want to back when the other team is not backing. But they do have the kill top lane with a 10 farm lead. Mid lane, a little bit of a nope, not gonna be a
nothing else. Yeah.
Ooh,
yeah, mid lane, Zoe gets the better of the CS here. What happened?
Karthus. Our directed cameras are not watching the same game.
No, he smited early, I think.
Oh, no. I was just.
Is that all?
He was getting real low, and he was running out of mana. And if he
Okay.
hadn't smited, I think he probably would have executed, and it would have been funny.
It would have been funny, but Irelia keeps back in onto Aatrox here. I'm not sure that was the right decision. Forced to flash out. Aatrox lands another 2 knockups with the Q and gets another solo kill in the top lane.
Man, he is dunking. Yeah, really getting a little overconfident there. Oh, the double ward bot lane. Look at that support 80 carry synergy.
Is that
It's the
synergy
same
or
thought
anti-synergy?
At the same time, you know, they say great minds think alike, right? So that's
This
what
is
I'm going
true.
with.
I'm pretty sure I do this double ward with every single duo I play with, so...
Oh, so maybe it's just you.
Maybe we all just have good, great minds.
Hey, maybe it's you that has a great mind, and then somehow you just... I mean, supports always have great minds, right? That's what they always tell themselves anyway.
No comment.
All right, so everybody who supports Ferrando Joe, just remember that shade.
I love you guys.
All right,
Wow,
so we're getting a little bit of a lull here. Let's talk about the team compositions that these two teams picked out. I mean, obviously, you know, this is an LCS. You know, they're not going for the perfect catcher attack compositions, but, you know, they generally want to have some things going on, right? So what do you think of Team Wombo? What do you think of their composition?
So overall, for Team Wombo, they've got the Aatrox, which is just... Aatrox and Nocturne are going to be the primary dive on the team comp with the Braum ultimate, while they just look to kill Zoe and Ezreal as quick as possible to not let them poke you. And then, I'm not sure, in between that, Nocturne ults in on the Karthus and just gets a free kill. Zoe has to cleanse out, and Nocturne gets slept up and killed in return, so... 1-for-1 trade here with ultimates, but Lucian dashes in on the Zoe and Braum flashes in to help him out. Zoe goes down to the culling, and then Alistar's here on the side looking to see if he can get anything, but... Irelia's coming in from the top side. And unfortunately misses the ultimate, but Alistar flash combos in onto the Karma. Irelia lands the stun on the Braum, is able to maybe pick up the kill. Oh, gets the kill just after the Braum knockup comes in. The Alistar does end up going down to the turret, and Lucian ends up picking up a double kill on the Irelia at the end of that tower dive.
And this is what we come to the stream here at Risen Rampage Open on Friday nights for. I mean, this is the entertainment you guys are looking for. Am I right?
Absolutely. I mean, as we try to just, you know, right in the middle of our lull, they all just start fighting. Everybody's like, all right, this is getting boring. I want to actually play this game.
You know, I bet their minds...
Nocturne clicks his play the game button with his ultimate and turns the lights off on the map and makes the play happen.
Look at those buttons getting clicked. I just love it. I love seeing that. And you know, their ears must have been burning when you know, 5 minutes in the future when we were talking about, oh, things are getting lulled. So then they're like, well, oh, that's a Zoe. So then they just decided to fight, you know?
Yeah, and I think the real winner of that team fight, that skirmish that happened, there was the Aatrox, who was able to just take the top turret after his team won the fight.
Yeah, not only that, and he's 40 farm up now. He wasn't that far ahead before.
Yeah,
so,
I really
that
did
is going
have
to be a big boy.
Roam down to make the rest of that play happen, which unfortunately didn't work out the way they wanted it to. And this first turret goes down solo for Aatrox.
Which, yeah, that's going to put a ton of gold on him, especially I'm pretty sure that was 5 plates. Oh, and here we go.
Another Nocturne ultimate comes in. Karthus flashes away, but Nocturne flashes after him to get the kill. Although Zoe's here to maybe clean him up, but is not able to land the Q. And they just trade some damage back and forth. The Ezreal barely misses the Nocturne.
Would that, that wouldn't have killed him, would it? Was he low? I don't know.
No,
Maybe
it would not
he just
have killed
picked up.
him.
Okay,
No.
he just picked up Scuttle, so that did heal him, but not.
Yeah, it would have hurt him though.
Oh, for sure. Oh, but Zoe with the flash. Oh, not as much damage as I thought would have come down, especially with the sleep. And she doesn't really have any magic resist. Maybe she's got it in the runes. We do have Mountain Drake coming up, so jungler's going to be looking to fight down there, I would think.
I can
Surprise.
only imagine.
Go ahead.
Mountain's pretty important for the two comps. Neither of them really have an insane amount of damage to the neutral objectives, so the Mountain Dragon's going to be pretty important for them to pick up. Helps
Yeah,
both
that's
of
a
them
great point.
with their Baron.
Yeah, because they don't really have that high DPS mid laner in the Karma. More of protector. I think the Karma is actually going to come in really handy with the Aatrox. You know, when he pops his ult, she can
Yeah.
keep him alive that much longer to get maybe an assist or a takedown. If they can get one kill, then that Aatrox, I mean, that reset from his ultimate can just be so game changing. At least in ARAM.
Lucian and Braum are getting engaged on here by the Alistar and the Karthus, but Lucian does flash away, heal away, and Nocturne goes in onto the Ezreal and the Karthus. He's able to pick up the Karthus and stopwatches some of the damage, but is not able to get away from the Alistar Ignite, which picks him up. Irelia and Aatrox TP in. Irelia gets the ultimate, but then gets killed by the Aatrox, and Aatrox flashes after the Zoe, but isn't able to pick her up just yet. The chains do land on her. She gets slowed. Cleanse does not get her away. She gets knocked up once again and is... Oh, one more auto attack. Is she able to get out? Yes, she is, and she gets out ever so barely. Oh my god.
What a crazy team fight. I thought, wow, all right, the Alistar's got this great Wombo combo against the team Wombo. Braum has missed his ultimate, so, they're going to be able to get there. But then it turns out the Braum ultimate kind of slows them all down so that then the rest of Team Wombo is able to come in and Wombo and all the teleports coming in. Just a huge team fight, and Team Wombo come out on top in huge aces.
Yeah, the 3-man Braum ultimate there in the choke point gave time for the Aatrox teleport to complete.
Yeah.
And while the Irelia teleport also came at the same time, he's just that much stronger than the Irelia. The Irelia ultimate landed on four members, I believe, and just did not have the same amount of impact as Aatrox coming in.
Definitely, especially since, as like I was... hang on, though.
Oh, coming in. Yeah, Aatrox does secure the dragon for Team Wombo, and Alistar tried to go in and contest it, but they're just kind of running into their deaths here. Karma gets very low and has to play some dodgeball around the Karthus and is not able to dodge all of the Skittles.
He could not dodge a wrench, so he could not dodge a Skittle, as you said.
He dodged most of them. Just, the only thing
Just
that
not
needed was
the one.
to connect. And Karthus was able to get the one-trade kill as Lucian dashes in and almost kills him. Almost kills the Ezreal. As I think another Braum wall blocked it.
Got him. But now they're going to
He
be able
did
to,
have to
they
burn
should
heal.
be able to get this turret. I mean, Ezreal, if he steps up very high.
He
Yeah,
just
there he
dies
goes.
if
Yep, he's just
any-
got to run. Nocturne there as well. Ooh, the ultimate though.
Not gonna do much.
Didn't do anything,
Got
actually.
a Dark Harvest proc.
Did
I
Braum
think I saw one proc
block
on the
that?
Lucian.
I think it probably blocked on Lucian, because Braum didn't really take any damage.
Yeah.
Nocturne, you gotta be careful.
Oh, okay.
Hello, buddy.
Alistar combos him over the wall, but Spell Shield is gonna be able to maybe slow something down. His fears away the Alistar. Braum flashes in on top of the Nocturne.
What a bro.
Looking to get this 2v2 here. Nocturne ultimate comes in, he dashes onto the Karthus, but Karthus just pops him. They're going far too aggressive, then Braum gets taken down from the Zoe realm.
All the supports watching right now have got to feel that. From Panic House, he's like, yes, I can save Nocturne. I'm going to flash over this wall and just stand next to you while we die together. But at least they did it together.
At least
So-
they did it together.
Once again, a support dies for the sins of his team. You hate to see it.
It's just in the name of the job sometimes, unfortunately.
It really is. Panic House. What better name could you ask for?
You gotta respect the Flash to try and save him, though.
All my respect is going to him right now. I mean, what a guy.
Ooh,
Definitely
Lucian.
playing the right champion, but
His
he's
knockup
in a
gets
sticky.
interrupted. And I'm not sure he's gonna be able to get away here. Yep, Ezreal just eases in,
Ooh.
finishes off the shutdown. That was a 4-kill shutdown.
Yeah, that was a
400 gold
huge
for the
shutdown. That's big because he, was
Mhm.
probably doing the best on his team aside from the Zoe, and being able to pick up
Yeah.
that kill really is going to set him into a nice spot. I mean, Lucian's obviously still going to be very strong. They are up by 3K right now, but that's kind of what you need to get back into the game.
It puts their team comp more online because they have the Ezreal Zoe, the obnoxious poke comp with
Yep.
the Alistar engaged and then the Irelia to follow up on it with the
Yeah,
Karthus
definitely.
ultimate because, pressing R and dealing a total of 1200 damage to the entire team is nice.
Oh dear.
Zoe, that's a nice bubble. Is she going to be able to land the Q afterwards? Yes, but it does not take the Karma down.
Yeah,
Wow.
and I'm surprised Karthus farmed Raptors and then walked away while Zoe had him slept. That was a little awkward to watch. I mean, I'm pretty sure Karthus could have just walked up, smited him, and killed him. But, you know,
He also
maybe
probably
he
could have
doesn't
pressed
wanna-
the ultimate.
He's got to get back and do more farm. No, he didn't have the ultimate. It's still on
He didn't
cooldown.
have the ultimate?
It's still on cooldown. Just came off cooldown.
Oh, my fault. It looked like it was up. Yeah.
It's a long
I
cooldown.
don't know, the lightning or the smite.
Look, that like white
Looked
line
like it
is
was
like
up.
right there. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I mean, this is now 3 kills in a row that they've kind of given away to Make-A-Wish Foundation. Like, you know, this is kind of, you're just seeing some overconfidence right now. That Nocturne kind of going in, and then even when the Alistar put down a ward on the Gromp, he continues to farm.
Just continues to take it. Oh, the bubble lands on him after the spell shield times out. But
Aatrox asserting his dominance.
yeah.
I really had to flash. Oh, but here we go.
Lucian combo getting interrupted again, but not too much damage going through. The culling lands and the Glacial Fissure knocks people up, but it's just really some disengage here as they're just kind of trading ultimates. Oh, Irelia dashes into the Aatrox knockup. Aatrox pops his ultimate to get to the speed and stabs Irelia for getting a little bit too close to him.
She just really wanted that minion. Was it a cannon? It was probably a cannon.
I think it was like 4 casters that she just queued onto.
Oh yeah, no, it wasn't a cannon because the next wave's
Yeah.
cannon wave. So.
The next one is coming up with the cannon.
Yeah,
so it
she
was
just
4
really
minions.
wanted those minions. It happens. It happens.
Unfortunately, too close to Aatrox's personal space, and he's not a fan of that.
He's like, this is my swamp.
Exactly.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's
she
not-
had it on her W. You may as well
Yeah,
use
yeah,
it.
yep. For some reason, I thought that was her actual cooldown. But wow, that Ezreal's starting to do some damage with that Iceborne Gauntlet. Oh, Sleepy Trouble Bubble!
Bubble
Gonna hit.
lands onto the Aatrox as well as the
Pretty
Q.
big.
Karthus is here to follow up, but the Dark Harvest comes in, and maybe we'll see the ultimate. The Karthus ultimate's coming in, definitely going to take him down. That is a
And
really big
they
shutdown.
Are gonna trade, I think.
This is a traded Infernal. Braum Wall, sorry, just stops us from
Wombo
ultimate
did
from
stop
being
that,
an
but
ability.
only after Karma got hit by the ultimate and almost died.
That's
That
true,
was,
but sometimes you'll take the death on one of your team members in trade for the.
Oh
fight.
yeah, of course. I mean, definitely, and I mean the Alistar does. Alistar. The Aatrox does die on the top side, which you know was a nice big shutdown for the Karthus, who was behind up until this point, but now has a 200 gold bounty. However, they do trade because of that the jungle, and they don't have that ultimate for a big team fight. So. Team Wombo really need to take advantage of this kind of window of opportunity while that Karthus ultimate is down. Although it's already halfway done its cooldown, it is 144 seconds, so they have about another 70 seconds to maybe push a lane, get some fights going on. Nocturne grabbing the wave as a jungler should, for sure.
The only camp up is Krugs, and you don't really want to be on the bot side when Baron has been up for 3 minutes. Especially when your team is the Mountain Dragon. You never know, they can just walk over there and take it. Ooh, close bubble.
Karthus does have pretty good Baron take, right? You think?
Yeah, he does, because his
Single
Q will
target?
always deal the crit damage since Baron's the only thing there. It's only hitting one target. But
you have a Zoe who's not slamming no Baron.
yeah, and the Zoe abilities don't want to be aimed at Baron. They want to be aimed at Karma or Lucian, right?
Yeah,
So-
exactly.
And
She
same with
kind
the
of-
Ezreal Qs. You want those to be hitting the Karma and the Lucian and getting the poke down.
Yeah, trying to just keep people away. But if you win a huge team
Yeah.
fight, then you don't need to do that, right? So.
Right, but you gotta poke them down to win the team fight first. At least that's what they
Oh
team
yeah.
fights.
No. I was just talking about Baron take. Sorry.
Yeah. But it like in general, right? You gotta. If the poke doesn't land, I'm not sure that their team fight, their
for sure.
5v5 is
Okay.
strong enough against the Aatrox.
Yeah,
how
with the
strong he is.
Aatrox, you really don't want to be team fighting Team Wombo. The name says it all. They're gonna pop those ultimates. Aatrox, Nocturne, Braum, Lucian. It's gonna be quite a bit of damage. Karma, I guess, ultimate, but it's not really quite the impactful ability as some of the others.
She is going Ludens and what looks like Rylai's. Based on the build, I'm gonna take a guess there.
Yeah, I would think Rylai's. It could also be the mask one.
Yeah,
Ludens?
Leandries.
Not Ludens. Leandries, that's it.
Leandries. I don't know, the chain here landing in onto the Irelia into another crit knockup for the Aatrox, and I think it's the third solo kill he was able to pick up this game.
So big.
He's just fueling
That's
in
gonna
this
be a ban
area
next
right
game
now.
for sure.
Yeah, I would think so. I don't think 2 accounts permabanned is going to want to lane against this Aatrox.
He is Borden23 is loving these Aatrox hot buffs. I mean, they were actually pretty substantial. Not gonna lie, they were mostly stat stuff, but they definitely helped him out quite a bit because he was down at like 44% win rate.
Lucian and Braum might be in a little bit of trouble here if Alistar can interrupt him like that. Yeah, he stops them from taking the blast code, and the bubble does land onto the Braum after he's able to dash away, and Ezreal ultimate picks up the kill onto the Braum.
Yet again, this Panic House giving his life to save a teammate, and this time
another bubble landing onto the Karma. The Q does land, but he's able to flash away as well as the Lucian. But the Karthus ultimate comes in.
Woo!
Oh my gosh, the Dark Harvest is enough to actually take down both of them.
I think it was actually... Oh, hang on though.
Yeah, as we say that, Nocturne ultimate's in onto the Zoe and is able to just kind of take down the Karthus, except his health bar just gets destroyed and he just goes down while he's trying to kill them. His Q is not enough to kill the Karthus on the back end. And Aatrox is just here left alone. He's able to knock up the Ezreal and the Alistar. Gets the Alistar kill, but is going to be pushed away from this 1v3. As strong as he is, I don't think a 1v3 is something you want to take right now against a red buff Ezreal.
Yeah, if he kills the Karthus first, then...
Braum wants his hand in an Irelia 1v1. I'm not sure if... I think he's taking more damage from minions than he's dealing to Irelia here. Unfortunately, not the fight you really want to be taking there, and Irelia is able to get the turret.
Yeah, and just, all those kills coming down again because, Lucian Braum just a little overextended. Kind of walking around in the river, there's not really an objective there, just getting caught out. But you got to give credit where credit is due. Make-A-Wish Foundation doing what needs to be done to get those, taking advantage of that. So kudos to them.
Exactly. They're finding the bubbles, they're finding the poke and the pick that they want. And then they're able to just clean up the team fights afterwards because Karthus has that.
Right, and this game is now perfectly even as far as gold goes. Yes, you got a few more turrets down on the side of Make-A-Wish Foundation, but your carries are where they want to be right now, except for Irelia, obviously. But you got your Karthus, your Zoe, and your Ezreal all have bounties on them. Karthus with a huge one. He's got a nice farm lead. Maybe not a farm lead, but I guess he's getting the farm where he needs to. Or actually, he was like 1-4, so he's gotten 4 kills in a row, so never mind.
Yeah. Oh, that ultimate is incredibly powerful, especially when they're so split up and poked down like that. Nocturne does pick up the dragon and ultimates onto the Zoe here. Aatrox pops the ultimate and gets the Zoe kill. Karthus goes down on the backside as well, and Ezreal is able to snipe down the Aatrox. The Karthus ult comes down here and is going to pick up 2 kills, the Braum barely not going down. He Qs the Ezreal, tries to keep him away, and we'll see what happens with this chase, but I don't think life is going to last too much longer for Braum here as he does go down to the Ezreal.
No, it does not, and that Karthus put in work there. I mean, the fight had been totally turned. The side of Team Wombo were feeling great. They're like, wow, we just took down like 2 people so fast. But they took down the Karthus too early, and he's then able to just free hit on the Nocturne on everybody right there because they kind of just stood in his, presence of Defile and completely soaked the damage. So he's got to be feeling good. That ultimate doing a ton of work.
The ultimate and the passive, just dying in the middle of a team fight, is the ideal place for Karthus to be.
Yeah, that's what he's trying to do. He's just a suicidal bomber right there.
The amount of times I've seen Karthus flashing on top of me in a game, and it ends up winning them the team fight because, yes, he gets blown up, but he's in the middle of my team and he blows up my team too. And that's exactly what happens here. He just gets into the middle of the team fight after the Nocturne ults in on him and burns all the cooldowns to kill the Karthus, which, I mean, while you think the Karthus, he's got 7 kills, he's incredibly strong, but if he's dying in a place that your team needs to run through, it's probably not the target you want to be picking.
Nope. And this game they did get the Mountain Drake, so
true.
I guess that's a thing for Team Wombo. But they are now down in turrets. They've got an exposed inhibitor. Make-A-Wish Foundation definitely in the driver's seat here, and they can kind of play it safe because, like you said, if they just kind of push and poke there's not there.
Yeah.
There is the Nocturne engage, but it's not the biggest thing, and there's plenty of disengage on the side of. Hang on, is this gonna be a fight? Okay, it is.
As Karthus just shows his dominance in the mid lane, walks right up to them, gets the Alistar to combo in, and yeah, they just poke them out of the mid lane.
Yep, and they're just gonna keep doing that, and then moving over to Baron. Ooh, Aatrox.
Oh
So
my
what I was
gosh,
gonna say is, oh, hello.
Karma
What was
damage on
that?
Karthus
Jeez,
was
okay.
insane.
I take it back. Karma is gonna be able to do some damage, especially with that ulted Q.
Yeah, and ended up picking the Morello for the extra penetration.
Okay, yeah, I guess. And for Irelia heal.
That's true as well. Yep, it's gonna stop her from healing too much in team fights, and Zoe just
Zoe thing.
rocks the Baron and then takes half of Karma's health bar away. So Karthus is able to start healing up off of his Krugs, and they're kind of mitigating what happened with Karthus getting poked out. As their team comp likes to do, they deal more poke damage than that of Team Wombos, and
and if they play it right, they've got great disengage because they have the Irelia ultimate, they have the Karthus, wall of pain, and they have the Alistar, headbutt. So they do have those tools, but they do have to use them right because on the side of Team Wombo, you have that Aatrox ultimate. That speed up is pretty significant, along with the Karma. Ulted shield, and then Braun running in there with his ultimate if he can, get a flash ult on a priority target. But it's going to be very hard to lock down Make-A-Wish Foundation unless you can kind of pull them into a team fight, get them to play against themselves a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. The only one you can really lock down, and aside from Karthus, locking him down, as we saw before, isn't as effective as you want to be. So the only one that they can really knock down is the Zoe. And she has the cleanse and the flash, and when she uses summoner spells, I believe she gets all this move speed and just starts to run around super fast. And they have the Ezreal slows to stop the engages as well. Maybe not as convincing, but slows are still slows.
Now Aatrox is going to join the team, and I kind of wish that they would. But the Zoe, every time the Zoe hits a bubble, we got to stop.
Yeah, and just let the poke land. Third of Lucian's HP and a third of Aatrox's health bar taken away by Ezreal as well. The Karthus slow comes in here, Zoe ults over the wall, and Alistar goes in for the combo to start the team fight here. Braum is down to no HP but lands a 3-man ultimate in the team fight. Karthus picks up a double kill at the start as Nocturne goes in on the back, and Zoe gets stopwatched up, cleanses away from the Aatrox and the Nocturne, but it does end up actually getting away, and Nocturne is able to fall asleep here, barely not losing his GA, and is able to fear up the Ezreal to get the kill there.
He got that kill at the last second. He flashed to get the kill on Alistar, was able to refresh his ultimate, or get the revive on his ultimate. But Irelia is now in the bot lane. She just never joined, so she didn't use her teleport, which I think was a. Did she get a turret? She might have got a turret.
She did. She did get the inner turret.
Yeah, so getting some map pressure, pretty good. Maybe they could have been able to completely wipe and get Baron if she teleported there. And now what I was going to say before that fight broke out is that Aatrox can win this 1v1 super easy, against Irelia. So why not just send him bot lane, send your 4 people over to Baron to pressure. Oh my god.
Oh, Nocturne's able to smite it, thank goodness. But Irelia uses the ultimate trying to get this 1v2 here. Gets feared up and then slowed by Karma, and they're looking to get away, but Aatrox comes in. He wants some more. He knocks her up again. Braum comes in to join him, misses the Q onto the Zoe, but they're getting the slow onto the Alistar, the chains onto the Alistar. He burns his ultimate, taking pretty well no damage, but it's still going to be enough to take him down. Braum flashes in with the Glacial Fissure. They land the stun onto the Zoe with his passive, and Nocturne is able to ultimate in onto the Ezreal and take him down as well, so...
What a fantastic play by Panicos. I mean, he uses that the W leap to get to the front and then just throw down that ultimate. He knocks them up. He slows them all down, and they're able to clean up 3 people there. I mean, that was a huge, they got 2 from that, but what a huge play by him. And then a great play by whoever caught the Alistar initially. That was Aatrox that kind of started that off. So good on them. Making a comeback on the comeback, I guess.
They got a little overconfident, but they've regrouped. Aatrox is Trying his own here. Karthus comes in, smites just a little bit too early, and Nocturne's able to secure the Baron. Is he going to be able to get out without losing his GA? Yes, he is. So that's also huge.
Gosh.
Nocturne didn't lose his Guardian Angel.
Yeah, it's going to be huge. But Aatrox knocked the Karthus into the pit by hitting. I mean, I'm sure Karthus was going to hit it anyway.
Yeah, he was standing there. I think his auto attack was, his 1 second long auto attack animation was going off.
Gotcha. But it was just funny to see the Aatrox kind of hit him in there as the Baron's almost down.
The opposite thing you want to do, you do not want the enemy jungler in the pit while you're trying to secure Baron when it's low.
Yeah, he missed, Karthus missed the smite by like 100 health, so
yeah,
almost could have turned the game there.
Very close to, maybe not turning the game, but not losing the game at that point.
I mean, it would have been 4 members with Baron.
Did they have 4 back up already?
Yeah, well, I don't know. You might be right. So if that was the case, then...
Oh, nice double stun there. But not going to do much. Braum does not block that Ezreal ultimate. Oh my gosh, the crits onto the Ezreal.
Yeah,
Irelia misses the flash stun, but does land the ultimate on 4 people, forcing Lucian to flash away. But Lucian does pick up the kill with the culling on the Irelia, and then Panic House is taken down from the Nocturne. The Nocturne ultimate's in onto the Ezreal, is almost able to get the kill. The Fear is down, but the GA is popped for the Nocturne, as the Karthus Requiem just destroys the Karma on the side. And Nocturne is forced to run away from 3, but Aatrox, he's just kind of pushing in the top lane. He's got Baron, he said, team.
Oh, they're so low.
Team, you're just gonna fight them 4v5 as I take the start of their base, and he goes in on the Zoe here. Zoe wants some poke, but I'm not sure this is the fight she really wanted. She gets knocked up a couple times after the Zhonya's and does end up going down.
What a well-timed, he timed that Zhonya's perfectly to get that second Q down. I was actually kind of like, why aren't you, using your second Q just so you can get in close for that other one? But he played it perfectly. And yeah, they take a weird team fight in the mid lane, 2 for 2. Well, actually, it might have been 3.
Something like that.
No, I think it was 3 for 3 because Braum, I think, died as well. Aatrox comes away with the turret and the inhib, and now they've still got Baron on him, so they can now run it down mid lane while Super's pushing the bot lane.
Yeah, and honestly, probably the ideal member to have the Baron on right now because he has that insane amount of 1v1 pressure. You can tell by Irelia hard forcing the fight in the mid lane that she does not want to be laning against this Aatrox. He's level 18 to her 16, and even look at that, they've got 3 members, but they just want nothing to do with him.
Definitely, and that's kind of what you gotta hope for is we force this fight, we go in, and then we ace them real fast, and then we can respond to the Aatrox. But the fight just ends up taking too long, and they end up losing. Yeah, and that poke coming in from the Lucian onto that, like I don't even know how Ezreal lost so much health. Was that just like
it happened so fast,
Q or what?
I think it was a Q into 2 crits with his Infinity Edge and just destroying Ezreal's health bar. But that's what Lucian can do at this point in the game with 4 items completed.
Right, and nobody able to catch him on the backside of that because he just jumps away. Both these teams have been playing very well. There was definitely some stuff in the middle of the game by Team Wombo that was a little questionable, but it was also really great by Make-A-Wish Foundation to force those or take advantage of those mistakes, and then Team Wombo then on the backside able to kind of come back from the comeback.
Yeah, you may say that one team is throwing, but credit has to be given where it's due. Like
exactly,
they may be throwing, so to speak, but they're also taking advantage of the misplays and the over-aggressive positioning that they're doing.
Yeah.
So it's a two-way street from both sides. There's been some very solid opportunistic fights that both teams have been taking as they look for a little death trap here. The Braum ult does go onto 3. The Nocturne ult comes down. He goes in onto the back line as Aatrox is just fending off the Irelia, who dashes in and kills the Lucian. And Aatrox just kind of runs into the fight. He's going to look for the Zoe here. Is not ending up able to get her. He just destroys everyone else instead, while Nocturne takes it down on the backside, and they just get a fairly clean 4-for-1 ace, except the Karthus ult does take down Panic House.
Karthus is a thing, so...
Yeah, the Karthus ultimate is a thing, but that does look like it's going to spell the end of the game here for Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Yeah, Team Wombo saying that last loss we had, that was a fluke. We are coming in hot. This
one is ours to take here. They win the fight very cleanly. The their Wombo combo, basically. They got multi-man Braum ultimate, multi-man Aatrox knockups, and just Nocturne going in 1v3 basically on the backline and able to take out the Ezreal and the Zoe.
Yeah, so MVP, I don't think it's going to take too much consideration from us.
Aatrox.
Oh, hey, what do you know? Borden23, you get
Is
the
that what
MVP
you were
for
thinking?
this game. Yeah, no, definitely. I thought maybe... Nope, never mind, it was always him.
I don't know, man.
He
Karma's got
absolutely dominated.
that 5.2 KDA there.
Wait, who?
KDA does count, right?
Who
I guess
got,
it is still less than Aatrox's, but, you know.
Who got a really good...
You're right.
No. I'm saying, what was the name you said? I didn't hear you.
I said Karma.
Karma. Okay, I thought you said Karthus, and I was like, that doesn't look like a 5.2.
No, that's no, definitely not. Though, I mean, if you want to give an MVP to the other side, Karthus might be it. Remember to, maybe you want to focus your game around the next game.
I felt like Troops did pretty well there.
He did well too. I don't think anybody played particularly badly. I don't think I think the Aatrox Irelia matchup was a little unfortunate.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
Really, I think it took, mind's telling me no, body's telling me yes, going in for those Qs. She saw the minion health, she wanted it. I think this next game, they're going to ban Aatrox. I think it could go either way.
But, I think so too.
Yeah. All right. So, Risen, you stay tuned. We're going to be back after a short break.
Take a moment right here, feeling like it's out gear. Driving towards the sun with a rose and a gun. Feel the wind in my hair, going nowhere I swear. Like an outlaw on the run, dangerous but it's so fun. Running, no. Hold on, don't let go. Running, no. Keep running. Told my boss that I'm done. Had no luck with my mom. Say, what will you do with your life? You know it's hard to survive. A cigar in my mouth. Maybe guilty but proud. Now I'm an outlaw on the run. Dangerous but it's so fun. Running, no. Hold on, don't let go. Running, no. Keep running.
Here we are, guys. Welcome back. We are already starting to pick ban here for game 2 of Make-A-Wish Foundation versus Team Wombo. If you guys missed anything, Team Wombo took the first game 1-0, and in a pretty, I don't want to say super one-sided game, but it was...
It was back and forth. I mean...
Yeah, exactly. It was pretty back and forth, and both teams played well, but they definitely looked strong for the majority of it.
Yeah,
but
and
already halfway through bans here.
It was interesting how it seemed one-sided at first, then it caught back up to tied, and then it was like right back to one-sided. Now, very interestingly, the Aatrox does not get banned, and the Karthus is banned instead of the Jax. So Jax insta-locked. I mean, just go to the Aatrox again, right? Or is Aatrox now countered by Jax because of the auto attack change?
I want to say that Jax is an okay matchup, but I mean, he's locked it in already. I think he's clearly confident on the champion, and confident enough to take it into, I guess, whatever matchup. We don't know. That could be a Jax jungle. That's always a flex pick. That's possible.
That's true. Could be. I don't know these players' pools, so sorry if somebody out there watching this is like, well, it's obviously.
Yeah. I didn't have the time to look as much as I would have liked to.
We let you down, Twitch. We're sorry about that. Now it looks like it is the Jax jungle because we've got the Malphite coming out. Unless it's the new Malphite mid Predator that we have seen in years past. Nope, it's gonna be new.
They decided not to show, well, they did show the Malphite, but they decided not to lock it in yet. They go with Lulu instead. I'm
curious about
the Jax. A little bit, yeah. I think it depends on what kind of AD carry they're looking to pick here. If they're picking a Vayne or a Kai'Sa type of late game carry, then...
Now, if they don't pick their AD carry here, which I guess we should hold that thought.
Right.
But if they don't, that's interesting play because then they can just ban out late scaling carries. Like, we're gonna get a mispick, I think. I'm pretty sure.
I want to say mispick, but I also am
check.
really hoping that it's a Volibear because that champion
I really hope it's a Volibear jungle. He's actually doing really well after the buffs and the changes to Scuttle. He went from 48% win rate to 52 now, so he got a nice 4% bump. I'm not seeing anything in the lobby chat, so looks like that's gonna be a Volibear jungle. Oh, I mean, it could be Volibear top as well, but now it's flex. Jax, Volibear, they have no idea unless they know. Oh yeah, Volibear support with Lulu AD carry. Let's go.
Oh, I wasn't thinking AD carry. I was thinking mid, the support v support matchup mid lane. But
that would be exciting. That's what we want in Rampage for sure.
Misfortune was locked in for Team Wombo. They banned it last game, last game. It was their third ban. So
yeah, that's true. Wait,
they've got the Misfortune.
Whoa, okay, so they just decided. Yeah. Oh, we forgot to ban that. Let's pick it.
Yeah, and they've decided, I guess, no ban here. They did have a sub, so this may be a missed ban. I'm not sure what they agreed to.
Did TW have a sub?
Yes, Borden is a sub.
Ah, okay, so they switched in. Wait, oh, no. TW is. I think they meant to ban and they forgot to ban, so they decided not to say anything.
Oh, there's no ban on the screen, so
earlier, and I haven't seen any chat about
did they?
bans.
Okay. Yeah. So maybe they're just no banning. They're just like, you know what? We're
that good. Yeah. I mean, let us know in the lobby if you guys are listening. What's going on? But so Morgana ban coming out. They banned that. No, wait. Make-A-Wish banned that last. But wait, why would you ban? Oh, are they thinking mid lane Morgana maybe?
Possibly.
I guess
Into
so,
the Karma, it wouldn't be a terrible pick, right?
Yeah.
Maybe they just don't want to play against Morgana. That champion is annoying.
She does have that annoyingness. She did get a little nerf. I don't know how she's doing these days, but it was only a little, and it was just to the spell shield. So, mid lane Morgana's still going to do pretty well. They also lost the ban. So
that looked like it was an Amumu. I saw Amumu with the last second.
So that is an Amumu ban.
Yeah.
Good on you, Joe. Look at those eyes. You got it.
I was looking. I was excited to see what they banned. They don't want the curse of the sad bullet time. Thank you, Freak, for
that's a good
for that one. How many years ago when that was played ever? But Tarek, without a Sona, that's Misfortune Tarek bot lane. I want to say that's Misfortune Tarek bot lane.
That's got to be right.
Karma mid lane. That was the Karma mid lane from the last game as well.
Karma support and funnel Tarek mid. You know, before
Power
the
to
Stone
ya.
of Tarek
Power to ya.
before the Stone of Tarek thing came out, whenever I would look at the win rates for mid lane, Tarek would have the highest win rate of like 60%. He only had like a 1.2% play rate, but whoever was playing it, they were playing it well.
6. Wow. Only matched with the Master Yi boosters the Tarek mid was, but we get Jinx and Ziggs here. So, speaking of Master Yi boosters, looks like they're the jungler's coming in and wants to boost his team to victory here. They get the Tarek Master Yi, so are we going to see a funnel? I wonder if it's going to be Misfortune Karma in the bot lane.
I'm so excited. I want it.
With Tarek mid and Yi in the jungle.
If it's the funnel, they've got the Ziggs for the wave clears, so that's a little ish. Especially with the time on the turret, being able to take those down real fast. But I think they're probably just going to go for the Master Yi, farm up. We have no idea who the jungler is going to be until they get in the game.
Right. I believe it's Volibear jungle and Jax top. And for TW, we know Master Yi is going to be the jungler, right? But whether he jungles or jungles and clears mid, we'll have to wait and see. They did pick the Jinx though, Team Make-A-Wish Foundation. They picked the Jinx with the Lulu, so we were right with the late game scaling that they want to go with. The Jax, the Jinx, the Ziggs.
I mean,
they have a lot of stall and yeah, they have a lot of late game pressure, but I don't know, if the Yi with the Tarek ultimate running in through your team, I'm not sure if
yeah, and I think it's good for Ma that TW went also for more of a scaling. They do have Misfortune as kind of a little early game. Maybe I think Aatrox is probably earlier game. But you do have that Volibear that's able, is a little more aggressive at level 3 than a Master Yi will be. So if they can play it right, they can, these pushing lanes of the Aatrox and Misfortune, you'll be able to gank on those lanes. The mid lane, I think the Ziggs is going to be pushing the Karma in if they end up going with that. I mean, we don't know yet, so
yeah, it's
speculation
it's
at this point.
Toss up until we know the matchups. We know one thing: it's going to be Aatrox versus Jax top lane, right? 95%.
Well, you're 95% and that 5%.
And I think I'm wrong based on what was picked.
Yeah, based on what just got.
Based on what was picked. 2 accounts per
spoilers.
band.
Spoilers.
Oh, spoilers. I mean, yeah, but we gotta.
Oh wait, the other team can see it as well. Never mind.
Yeah, they listening to the stream, they can see it across from them on the client. So it's not. We're not spoiling anything except for chat.
I'm throwing these things out there. I'm like, oh, chat can't see it. Wait, never mind.
Chat can't see it. They want to see it.
Yeah, so it's Jax in the jungle against the Master Yi. I would think that honestly,
it's a good matchup for
Jax. Is it?
I believe so, because, well, I mean, I guess it depends on the timing of the Jax stun and the Yi Alpha Strike.
Yeah, because if the Yi just kind of waits it out with the W, maybe he definitely doesn't want to fight him early. I think, and Jax obviously wins that early. But a late game, both with 6 items or something.
It's whoever gets the jump on him, I would think.
Whoever gets the jump. But I mean, Jax. I think Jax would still win it because he's got his ultimate that gives him so much resistance.
As well as the auto attack dodges with his E.
Yeah. I think that just gives him the advantage, and it's going to be really hard for the Yi to dodge the stun.
Yeah, there's a lot of mind games that comes in with the Jax and Yi matchup, the timing on the Yi Q to dodge the Jax stun, if at all possible.
Yeah.
We'll see. So how does I haven't seen Volibear top in like 4 years. How does Volibear top go into Aatrox?
Well,
I have no idea.
This is full speculation.
Right.
After Volibear top did get like a slight buff. He's doing a little better. He's got 51% win rate in the top lane. Very low play rate though, so that's not real stats yet. So I think that must be why they decided to leave the Aatrox. They were like, you know what, I can Volibear into this guy and we're fine. We can get rid of the Sivir and whatnot and not have to worry about that Aatrox. They knew they were going to pick him again, so they're like, well, we're baiting you into this. We're going to play Volibear. We're going to see if it works out. But how I would think it would work is that Aatrox goes in on Volibear, and Volibear says, "I'm a bear," and I mean, right? Like,
he roars at him. He calls the thunder
I'm making
down.
great points here, right?
And just flips away the Aatrox and runs away. Right? Is that what happens?
I think the Volibear just flips the Aatrox into him, and then fights
just
him.
kills him.
Yeah, and he's a bear, so I mean, right?
I've got absolutely no idea. This is
and you know what? We're gonna find out real soon. Well, never mind. 3 minutes. 3 minutes delay. All right, so let's talk about the compositions overall. Who knows what's gonna happen top lane? Haven't seen the Volibear in a while. If the Aatrox can do well, I think the Aatrox is just gonna stomp a Volibear, honestly, because he's such a big target. You can hit those knockups. But if the Aatrox gets behind a little bit, if the Jax is able to affect that lane, I think Volibear is just gonna be able to run at Aatrox, and Aatrox's ultimate doesn't really save him anymore. So you can't just pop that if you're running. Well, I mean, you can to get the speed boost, but not for the survivability. And if the Volibear passive can keep him alive long enough, we can get those stacks in, get those things, and then hit that W and really crunch down on the Aatrox. So, but yeah, what do you think of Ma's composition that they've got so far?
So they have a lot of stall into the late game with Ziggs, and Jinx gets a lot of wave clear with her rockets and Runins when she buys it. So they're just gonna, to me, it looks like they want to go for the late game and then have Jax and Volibear split push and just hold down the mid lane when they can stand off of the screen and still kill all of the minion wave with Ziggs and Jinx. And try to stop the Yi Taric from running at them, and hopefully they're able to run away fast enough from the Yi and end up kiting him out, kite out the Taric ultimate, and then just win the team fight with, I would assume, Volibear just running through everybody onto the Misfortune.
Yep. And on the side of Team Wombo, they don't have that same wave clear poke 1-3-1 composition. They can definitely go for a split push, but I think they really just want a team fight. If you get that Yi with the Karma Shields, the Taric ultimate, Taric stuns and everything, that Yi's going to wreak havoc, especially with the Aatrox coming around the side, soaking up a lot of pressure as well. So they're going to want to start as many fights as they can, whereas the other side, like you said, they want to get those other lanes pushing, kind of kite back a little bit, poke people down. They do have heals and shields on the side of TW, so the poke's not going to stick as hard as you'd want it to. But, I mean, it's really, obviously, in Rampage, it all comes down to execution. So we can talk about compositions, how they work all day long, but it's really just going to come down to how well these people play. And, there are 2 subs on the side of Make-A-Wish Foundation. Everybody donate to Make-A-Wish Foundation if you want to.
Not subs. The subs were in the first game, and they've brought their starters back.
There's 2 changes in the roster from Game 1. So if you're watching Game 1, the mid lane and the support have switched. So is that going to be the difference? I mean, the Zoe did pretty well. The Alistar did pretty well. So if these guys, are better than that, it's going to be a big difference. So we're going to take a quick 2-minute break, though, and we'll be right back as we load into Summer Shift.
Take a moment right here, feeling like it's out gear, driving towards the sun with a rose and a gun. Feel the wind in my hair, going nowhere I swear, like an outlaw on the run. Dangerous but it's so fun, running, no, hold on, don't let go. Told my boss that I'm done. Had no luck with my mom. Say, what will you do with your life? You know it's hard to survive. A cigar in my mouth. Maybe guilty but proud. Now I'm an outlaw on the run. Dangerous but it's so fun. Running,
Hey, and welcome back, everybody. Sorry for the short little delay, just getting into the game and syncing up our cameras so that everybody gets the great League of Legends experience that is Rampage Open here.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Coming into Game 2, the Team Wombo took Game 1, but we have some interesting picks here. So for Team Make-A-Wish Foundation, we've got 2 accounts permabanned on Volibear top lane, Winniehead on the Jax jungle, Ziggs, Zikiki, I believe is how that's pronounced, on the Ziggs mid, Trux on the Jinx, and Sprite Bunny on the Lulu.
All right, and on the side of Team Wombo, we've got Borden23 on that Aatrox again, looking to make another dominating performance. We've got Nerf junglers on the Master Yi in the jungle, Shadowstorm 9199 on the Karma again in the mid lane, Legendary Diamond Pound on the Diamond Pound maybe on the Misfortune in the bot lane, and Panic House on the Taric support. So, moving on to Game 2, we've got Team Pound is... Oh, my God. Team Wombo.
Team Wombo.
How did that happen?
I want to say it's Diamond, but he couldn't get Legendary Diamond, so he just used a P instead of an O because it's like close.
Wow, how did I not even think of that? All right.
That's my thing. It's just one to the side. He could have used an I and it would have looked more like Diamond, but hey, it's his choice. I'm not gonna judge his character choice.
The
That's
italicized
just my
guy?
assumption.
Yeah.
That's my guess.
Right. Master Yi solo starting on the red buff, letting his Aatrox move up. He didn't really take any damage there. So he did use his smite. That's why.
Yeah, he did smite the red buff. So it's interesting to see that, but that might be something to think about with the Scuttle Crab coming in at, I believe, 3:15 it spawns now. So his smite should be back up for the first Scuttle Crab.
Yeah, and I think last game on the Nocturne, I was actually a little critical of it in my mind. I didn't mention it, but he went, red to Raptors into the next jungle. Oh,
nice
some poking. Some trades.
Some trading. Nice Q onto the Misfortune there, sorry.
They turned that real well. But last game, yeah, so he didn't get the...
Oof.
Damn, all right. Didn't get the golems right off the bat, and those have the most experience, and you get that level 3 right away. But he didn't opt for that strategy. So this game he does opt for that. He's already got the level 3. Jack's just behind him. They're just going for that full clear. Not too much action so far.
Just completely mirrored across the middle, and you'll see E go down to his bottom scuttle and Jax go up to the top scuttle, I'm sure. And just farm it out. They both want to be scaling into the late game. Yeah. I don't think either of them really want to do too much early. They're not the strongest early game champions.
Right. And that's one thing about the scuttle change is that at that 3:15 mark, you don't even need wards to know where the other jungle is, because if you go... Nope.
Nice.
Engage there. If you go to one scuttle and the other jungler is not there, then you know the other jungler is on the other scuttle, because at this point the scuttle is going to be like level 2 or even level 3. I've mostly seen it at level 2, so it's worth it's worth more than what it normally is. So you got to get that, and if you miss out on it, then it's going to suck. So you know where the other is. So that kind of delays that gank timing. A little bit.
The gank timing, from before the scuttle changes, right? You would see a lot of level 2 skirmishing from junglers, or you would see a lot of lane priority into pushing into the river with your jungler to get the scuttle priority. But now that you'll be able to wait until level 3 to get to the Scuttle Crab, everyone's going to have all of their abilities, and it allows you to pick those, I guess, less early game junglers. You can pick stuff that scales a little bit more, and you won't get as punished early game with the Scuttle
exactly.
changes.
Like the Corki, or some of those other, like Fizz, who wants to get that level 3, doesn't really, as a melee jungler, doesn't really want to fight. Ooh,
yeah. Exactly, a nice little lane gank coming in from Jax here. Volibear flips up the Aatrox and goes on to him. Jax keys onto Volley and forces the flash out of the Aatrox. I'm not sure it was necessary.
Yeah. It even has. I just noticed that Jax now has a range indicator on his E.
Yeah, Jax could have used his flash to stun the Aatrox, so I think he was just using his flash
He'd
preemptively,
already
making
flashed.
sure he gets away.
Oh
No,
no,
he
he
used his
didn't.
Q.
Oh, that's right. Okay, okay.
Yeah, so he just wanted to make sure he got out. Not
Yep.
the end of the world.
For some reason, I thought he flashed. I don't know why. I knew he queued, but I wasn't thinking. Anyway,
That's okay.
Master Yi going back to his jungle ways. Jax gonna look at the mid lane, I think, or the Raptors. Just Warden.
Yeah, he knows where he's gonna be now. He's walking in on the Karma. A nice little satchel charge.
Oh yeah, that was
forces the flash out of Karma.
That was well played by the Ziggs. Gotta give props where props are due to Zeke.
Oh yeah.
Zekiki? Yeah, something like that. Alright. So, one thing that I have noticed is that the Volibear has kind of run and then he E's right before he Qs, or flips. You know, he Qs up to them and then he pops his E and then he tosses it. Now, okay, some fighting going on here.
Just some trading.
Nope, just a little bit of trading. So, yeah, and that's good if you can't reach them, so you need to slow them down. But that E does an additional % max health damage if you hit them while they're airborne. So you kind of want to get that after you've flipped them over your head, and then you knock them back a little farther even. So I hope that he's just mostly been using it to slow down the Aatrox, and it's not that he might not realize that interaction. But that could be, I'm starting to see the, idea behind it is that you run up to the Aatrox, you fight him, and then he can't maybe hit his Qs on you, hopefully, I guess.
Ideally.
Ideally, yeah. But doesn't Aatrox do some max % health damage? I'm not sure, actually.
I want to say yes, just because of how many times I've played against Aatrox and been destroyed by him from full health.
Yeah.
I want to say yes, but I don't know the exact numbers. There, little trade there. He gets the flip and unfortunately gets pulled back by the chains, and Aatrox does get the better of that trade. But I feel like that's how it's going to go in the early game. Aatrox has a Phage, and Volibear has this collection of items, which I want to say is going into Righteous Glory. He flips him into him and has to burn his passive here.
That was really strange. Again, he's using the E right before he does the Q. So
it might just be
worried.
for the damage, right? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, you get more damage if you.
The slow. Sorry.
Oh but... yeah. But anyway.
Volibear is not my area of expertise.
This guy's the 2 accounts permabanned. He's got to know how to play Volibear. So there's some going on that I'm missing, and he's got it. We're gonna give him the benefit of the doubt.
Teleport did take Comet. Huh.
Now, we're starting to see a few CS discrepancies. Top lane, Master Yi is just crunching the jungle right now. He's lifting weights down there.
He's wasting absolutely no time.
Yeah, he's like, ganks, please. I'm gonna power farm. Oh, here we go. This is gonna be
Jax gets a nice stun onto the Karma. The satchel charge is zoning Karma away from being able to do anything, but she gets the root onto the Jax with the Q damage, but it's not enough to keep her alive. Ziggs is able to combo his ultimate with the Q and get the first blood. So nice gank there. Ultimate's being traded top lane though. Volibear flashes out of the chains, forces Aatrox to use his ultimate, and then Aatrox just has to walk away. He doesn't have anything left in his cooldowns to continue taking that fight.
Nope. And there we see some of the power of Aatrox. If he can get away from that W, so that he's not pulled, he can really give it to that Aatrox, take it to him. Even down. I mean, they are 1 item to 1 item kind of half item. I mean, but
the armor.
That attack speed buff that he got on the patch definitely helping out. Now Ziggs starting to get those plates. It's going to be a worry for them if that continues to be unchallenged.
Yeah, he's got that 20 CS lead, the first blood gold, and the first plate. He gets a nice free 160 gold. 60, 40, I believe it's 60. And bot lane roaming up here to interrupt the E, forcing his flash out with the Ziggs, as well as the Jinx collapsing.
And Master Yi steps out of his jungle for 1 instant and loses his flash.
He did get the Scuttle Crab.
He's gonna regret
Jinx
that.
is not in the most ideal spot, but they do end up backing away. Ziggs is here, and they saw Jax coming mid lane. They know it's a 4v3. They can't take this right now.
Yeah. They're thinking about it.
Jax and Ziggs are looking for the invade here. Not sure not sure how deep they're going. Jax is going back to his Raptors. They know it's a little bit risky. They don't need to take that risk when they've already got the first blood gold.
Yep. Ziggs is gonna go back and get a blasting wand. There you go.
Oh.
Just like that. Oh wow, no, he went right into the. He sold his
trade.
Doran's ring for.
Oh my gosh.
That's gonna be a huge purchase.
That is a 10-minute Luden. He's
doing pretty well.
Waves are not gonna last long in his presence. Karma lands the ultimate empowered Q there, but Lulu is able to just slow her up and force her away. Jinx gets the ult in and Jax gets the stun in, but Taric ultimate comes down to disengage. Lulu's forced to flash from the Taric stun. And then Karma has to flash away because his E is coming up soon and she does not want to be getting stunned here.
Yeah, and that was the Ziggs ultimate. They saw the Ziggs ultimate land behind them, so they knew he was coming in. And yeah, he is 1k up on the Karma. That is scary.
That is a lot of gold at 11 minutes.
That is a lot.
Volibear getting knocked up again, taking another trade. One thing to notice, unless the Volibear goes down here, no, just a lot of damage coming in and another passive proc, but the Volibear has Electrocute. I almost want to say it was a misclick on Predator. Because I'm not... maybe I'm ignorant and don't understand the Electrocute, but I don't really see the benefits of it.
As a top laner, you wouldn't want Predator. I'm very surprised he didn't get Grasp.
Yeah, or even Conqueror.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. Conqueror would have done real well too.
Well, Aatrox popping the ultimate to get the chase down here. Flashes in as well. Gets slowed up, but he is able to finish off the kill.
That lane's over. I mean, that's it.
Oh, the turret's gonna go down here too.
Turret too, all those plates. Yeah, that's huge.
Really good usage of the Rift Herald.
Back to the Electrocute. His idea, I think, was I can run up to the guy, Q, auto, E, and that's Electrocute. And I just do that, and then I run away. But the problem is every time he would do that, he would kind of go full in. So Electrocute is one of those, you want to just use your combo and then back off. You know, for kind of more... I feel like it's a better rune on like mid laners because it has that short cooldown, but doesn't do a lot of damage. But in this case, you know, I guess he thought he would get more use out of that. But obviously, he's now down almost 2k to the Aatrox at 12 minutes.
The Rift Herald getting taken there, and then bringing his turret down brings a lot of gold into the Aatrox's hands.
Yeah, I think they're gonna regret not banning that, because that's only gonna get stronger from there.
Maybe. Ziggs is doing a good job chunking down the mid lane turret though. He's already got 2 plates, almost a third. He's got a minute left to get that last plate. And
and I mean that's really good for Ziggs, but there's no turret in top lane.
There is no turret in top lane. That's right.
He's gonna get run down over and over again. That Taric ultimate is gonna go onto that Aatrox, and he's just gonna pop off in team fights. I mean, Ziggs isn't gonna be able to stop him.
This is true. And
what's Ziggs gonna do? Throw a satchel charge on him? He'll just jump over it.
Yeah, just use his ultimate and run past them.
All right, I'm not saying it's over. I'm definitely not saying that. There's a lot, you know, the rest of the team has got to play well, and they got to play around their advantage of the Aatrox.
Yeah.
But that is a scary boy up there. I'm just saying. Yeah, he's up 2k. Solid 2k.
Yeah, he already has 5,300 gold. That is... And the E, if you've noticed.
The E's too, yeah. Because he got those turret fights with him.
Yeah, and he doesn't even have kill participation, and he's got an 800 gold lead on the Jax right now, so...
Yeah.
There's 3,000 gold effectively sitting on the top side of the map for
He does not know that Jax is in there, I don't think. Or wait, no,
he does now. Okay. Maybe he had a feeling.
I think he saw him. I think he saw him walk in there because it was a little weird how he was just standing there on the side.
Yeah.
But they're just gonna go ahead and trade the jungle here. I mean the dragon. Oh, did he just throw his ult? Or that was just a regular bomb? Okay.
That was just a Q, yeah. And there we go. He's gonna start it. That pink ward actually does not see the division ward that I think Ziggs placed over the walls, so they do know that this dragon is being taken. But
he gets pulled by those chains. That's bad news bears. Bad news bears. Oh, I'm sorry.
You can't use that one anymore. That was good though. Aatrox getting traded a little bit here. Took a tower shot. Nice little trade from Volibear, but not going to be able to do too much.
I'm seeing it. I'm definitely seeing
All right,
it.
there we go. He outruns the chains, forces the Volibear, the Aatrox ultimate down. His ultimate coming down as well, but Aatrox just dealing so much damage and getting so much health back with the Conqueror. Volibear's passive, though, counteracting that really well. He gets the flip out of the Aatrox, but is forced to flash.
Yeah, not only the Conqueror, but then also Aatrox's passive got changed so that his autos heal him for the damage dealt, and then
Right.
every time he hits a Q, I think that cooldown goes down, so he can get multiple heals in a fight. And the Volibear just can't do enough damage quick enough. You almost saw him. He got the Aatrox down pretty low, and all you need is a bite there, and then he's down because it does % missing health. But then the Aatrox that's when the Conqueror comes online, his passive goes off, and he's able to heal up all that damage. And then the Volibear's like, oh wait, you have an item and a half and Ninja Tabby, and I have a shield and a heart. So.
Yeah, not the best thing that you want to be going for extended 1v1s with, especially when Aatrox was level 11 to his level 9.
Yeah, he's lucky to get out with his life. But I mean, you see that he almost got it even despite those disadvantages. So I can understand the pick now.
We're starting to see it working out.
Right. I think maybe something a little, because he's got the rune for quick engages, but he's going all in. So I think a little, like you said, maybe a rune misclick or something. Maybe his runes didn't save. I don't know. But maybe something more like the Grasp or Conqueror for those sustained fights. But hey, try and solo queue, everybody.
In any case.
Get those Volibears into the Aatrox, unless you're banning Aatrox. I don't know.
Electrocute Volibear top.
If I mean, we're seeing the power of the Aatrox. I mean, he's still doing so much damage.
The changes were definitely not bad to him. You may think that they were, especially with the ultimate change, that may feel like it was a pretty heavy nerf, but I think everything was compensated pretty well for him to still be a strong champion in the 1v1.
Yeah.
But Jax here coming in for a gank onto the Aatrox. Volibear gets a bunch of damage onto him, but Aatrox does flash out and then just dashes over the wall to safety. Doesn't even have to use his ultimate.
Well, and I mean that, so I think it's kind of interesting that they gave that I guess the ultimate always had that movement speed. But now it's still an escape tool, but you don't get that get out of jail free card of the revive. And then they also made it so that the revive has a self slow of like 90%, whereas it used to be only like 20% or 50%.
Oh, work here used by Misfortune. Tarek flashes in for the stun and pops his ultimate, so Misfortune and Tarek are not taking any more damage, and she can just wail down on him when Jinx comes in, and they're able to pick up the double kill. Very nice play there by the Tarek, able to stun them up and save his AD carry, but he may be going a little bit too over aggressive here, flashing into 3 members. He did not have the Tarek ult on him. That's when you would want to do that.
Oh my gosh, that is the solo queue right there. Just Leroy Jenkins.
Definitely a little bit too overambitious there. I mean, in about 20 minutes when he's got 4 items, I think that'll actually get him a triple kill, but right now it's a little too early in use Power Spike.
Yeah, maybe he played a game earlier and, just felt like he could do that now, even though it was when he did it like 40 minutes into the game earlier. But
this is Risen players. We're not just any random solo queue people.
Oh, yes, that's definitely true. All right, we've got a little bit of a counter gank going here.
Yeah, Jack's looking to push them off here. He's not able to get the stun onto anyone. Karma gets the root in return and gets flipped over by Volibear while he's just wailing in on the Misfortune, and they're able to get the kills. The Ziggs Satchel Charge actually killed Misfortune and the turret at the same time. If you didn't catch that, it barely hit the Misfortune.
I did not notice that, but that's just well played right there. Now,
that is button efficiency.
Oh yeah, that's that's kind of the comeback that they needed. They needed to get a win like that because they're now down 1.5k, but I felt like the game was getting away from them after that gank bot lane. Yes, the MSG flashed in, but they were up 3 kills from that. But then they're able to get a couple, get back into this. The Jinx does have a farm lead on the Misfortune. Gold works out to actually be in Jinx's favor. And the mid lane has almost a 2k lead over Karma. But I mean, Karma's Karma. She's a support, so looks like they had a pause and we're back to live. So
insta pause.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice. But so the lead doesn't matter. And, you know, in the top lane on the other side, it's the tank that's down a bunch of gold. So a tank's going to be a tank. At least I think he's playing it like a tank. It looks like he's actually going to go for...
Got the Righteous Glory in here, and he flips up the Taric and gets the stun goes down onto the Lulu, but he's just
look at that
a little
damage.
too far up. They get a lot of damage down. Yeah, the Volibear bite does a lot, so they do get this dragon here, unless some miracle of a steal comes down. But
yeah, and that Righteous Glory paying dividends for the Volibear. Now, Twitch chat, can you let me know if I'm completely wrong about the Volibear EQ interaction? Because I keep seeing him use E for... Oh, here we go.
Yeah, he did it once again there. He gets... Honestly, I'm pretty sure it's for the fear, the interrupt, before...
Yeah, but...
so that they can't flash away from him.
I suppose...
Right? So you get the little knock-up, and then he's able to pull them in as well. And it just stops them from kind of doing anything. As he bullies the Aatrox away a little bit.
I mean, he was like already right on him. It's almost like...
I'm not sure. That's what it seems to me there. They get the fear here. Taric goes down before his ultimate lands on him, so he's not able to save himself. And Jack stuns the Yi up as he's trying to go in, but Misfortune trying to kill the Volibear at the end there. He's not able to. His Aatrox forces Jinx flash out at the end of the fight here. Volibear going back in, gets the Misfortune. He's able to start hitting her up with those thunderclaps, and Jax comes in with the flash to take.
I gotta say, the Volibear is doing some work here. He's down 65 farm, and now he's up 3 kills.
Another nice satchel charge.
Yeah, we can't talk trash anymore. He's doing it. He's doing it.
I definitely agree. I'm not sure we were talking trash.
Yeah, you're right.
I'd call it more being skeptical for lack of knowledge. And I mean, here he is again, just trying to get this kill on the Karma. She's able to run away for now, and Jinx is not able to chase through that.
Yeah, they need to team Wombo needs to get their disengage combos, you know, under control, because they need to be able to tell this Volibear no. And I think the Taric's really the only one to be able to do that with that stun. Karma, you know, can kind of get a slow, but he's just going to go around that with his Righteous Glory Q. He is going to go for the Stair's Gauge. It's going to be pretty nice, which will save him while his passive recharges him up. Definitely a good combo there.
A lot of survivability.
As far as items go. That is the... Oh, here we go. He's going for it.
He's a fast boy here. He pops his ultimate. He's wanting this full 1v1 here. He's still a level down. He dodges every single Q from the Aatrox, and is just able to keep going for this trade. The flip comes up again, and he's going to be able to maybe take this fight. I don't know. They're just slapping each other. They're both healing so much, but I think Aatrox is getting the better of the healing here. He dodges one knockup, dodges the second, but is not able to dodge the third, and does get taken down.
Oh, the Volibear was feeling it. He was like, I'm 4-1. I've been doing so well. And then he's like, wait a minute. It's because I wasn't solo fighting and I was team fighting, and now I'm solo fighting, and this Aatrox is really strong.
And yeah, it's the Aatrox that's still 2,000 gold up on him. So it's still, while he's strong, he's not strong against that specific member, unfortunately. And
and
it was close though. It was a good 1v1, but he's just not able to finish the kill off.
I think Aatrox's ultimate was on cooldown, and then during that fight it came up. I'm pretty sure, because he'd used it before. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
I missed that. I'm not sure, but it did come up in the middle of the fight. At least he did use it there.
Yeah, and the Volibear just kind of surprised by the amount of healing that Aatrox could do. He did juke out some Aatrox Qs, so those were pretty smooth. But overall, an ill-fated adventure for him, for sure.
He's looking to build the Wit's End here and be able to attack permanently just about, as Ziggs barely escapes the chains. But Aatrox coming in, he's hunting for someone here. He wants to make sure Ziggs doesn't go down. The Satchel Charge able to keep him away from the Aatrox for now, as the rest of the team fights coming in. Aatrox pops his ultimate, Taric pops his ultimate, keeping them both alive, but the Taric ultimate times out and Aatrox does end up going down. There was no takedown, but Yi comes in at the side here. He's able to get 2 kills, gets a third, gets a fourth. Did he pick up the 5th? No, Taric picked it up. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to get the pentakill.
Tarakas, why? No.
Nerf junglers, right?
Mashy barely lived there, so I think he's got to be
Oh, it
thanking
was
his character
so
for the
close.
quadra kill.
Yeah,
But yeah, hey,
definitely.
that's the power of Mashy. That's why he's getting nerfs next patch.
And yeah, he's got his Ghost Blade, or not Ghost Blade, sorry, his Rage Blade completed. And I mean, it's just a huge power spike for the champion.
Look at him just
Look at
practically,
this, yeah.
he was practically soloing the Baron before Karma comes
Yeah,
along.
all he needs is a shield, and he's just able. He hasn't taken damage. He's gained health from this Baron. Yeah, Jinx ult comes in, but it's 2,000 health too early, and yeah, Team Wombo
In the driver's seat. They're
getting
up.
a nice fight there. It was not looking amazing at the start. The Terrical did not save anybody. The Aatrox did go down at the start, but
Yep. Aatrox
comes in
drops
from the
early,
side.
but then the shields and heals for that Yi really they pop off and they're gonna sneak. Oh my god, failed blast cone.
I think Jinx did not actually want to go over there. And I don't blame
did
her.
she
I'd be
not?
pretty scared to walk up over there. To be in the back of the pit without your flash up yet.
They're able to pick up that Infernal Drake, which is honestly really big because I think if the Mashi gets a hold of that, that's not going to be too good.
Yeah, that's absolutely
Or
huge.
even
Well
Misfortune
done.
since she builds so much AD.
Yeah, but just honestly, it's mostly it'll help them stall out as well. The Ziggs poke is
Yeah.
gonna land just a little bit harder. Sure, they have the Karma shields, the Taric heals, but it will at least be some more damage for them to hold them off just that little bit while they need to try to stall out this Baron.
Yeah, and I think this Volibear down here has learned his lesson. Oh, I know why they picked Volibear, because I mentioned it at the start of the last game. I bet they heard that.
Maybe.
And then they decided, I'm going to pick Volibear because Canadian Volibears.
Yes.
That's what it is. Oh, we got a gank going.
And yeah, Jax comes down, Aatrox pops his ultimate early, is able to get a knock up onto the Volibear, gets the chains down on him, and Volibear is able to flash away and heals up with that passive while Aatrox just unfortunately is not able to heal up enough to win this 1v2.
That was really well played by them because the Volibear almost going down, realizes that Aatrox is going to get the reset, just gets away.
Oh, nice little pick here on the Misfortune, is forced to flash away from the Ziggs Q, but is not able to dodge the Ziggs ultimate. And well, that's it, that's 2 Barons down now. These guys are going to have to back off a little bit here.
Yeah, really well played by the Jackson Volibear. You know, they don't really lose anything for it. They're able to take down that Aatrox. He just, you know, got a little too overzealous when they didn't have the pressure.
Yeah, the Volibear flashing over the Aatrox chain so that he did not get pulled back in was, I think, incredibly pivotal for them winning that fight.
Yeah.
I think if he took that damage, the next Q would come down from Aatrox and he'd be able to get the ultimate proc and revive and probably win the 1v2. So it was still very close, all things considered.
Yeah, definitely. And that just shows how strong and far ahead he is. And now, I don't know if he had it before, but he's picked up the Death Stance as well as the Hex Drinker.
Yeah.
He's going to be incredibly difficult to take down.
Yeah, a lot of magic resist so far. They got the Hex Drink on the Aatrox, the Wit's End on the E. Looks like he's also building, I believe that's going to go into a Wit's End. Or not a Wit's End, sorry, a Death Stance. And just forever live with the Taric ultimate.
Yeah, Taric Ultimate, Karma Shields, Taric Shields, Taric Heals. He's gonna, definitely a good pick. I think, especially
gonna
since
live
the
a long
last
time.
game went so long, they figured, you know what, we can just go to the Master Yi and farm it up, boys.
Yeah. And Taric or Lulu, the 2 best champions to pick beside the Master Yi. While
Oh my
Lulu
God.
was taken away.
Master Yi has the most gold in the game right now, 12,400.
That he does. He has.
That's bad news.
There's only the Jinx and the Aatrox who have more farm than him as well. He's been
Yeah.
power farming very efficiently for the majority of this game.
Yeah, the
Wow, that's not even close.
No, yeah, Aatrox is 1K behind. But the Lulu is going to be very pivotal in. Ooh,
There you go. Volibear looking for a catch here. He gets stunned just before his flip goes off, so he's not able to get it. But Jax flashes in, stops the Misfortune from ultimating, but she is going to still take him down. The Taric goes down. And then that's it. So far, that's all. But Aatrox coming in from behind here. He got the flank, and he's getting the knock-up on 2, but Jinx is able to flash away as well as Jax. And looks like they're just going to escape for now while Yi just pushes on the side. He's just like last game. There's always someone who just, you know what, I don't feel like team fighting right now. I like hitting towers. And
I mean, he did get the turret. They only lose Taric for it, so not the
definitely
worst.
worth it. If you
I
ask
think
me.
he might have been able to flank there and completely get a pentakill, but you know,
that's not a sure thing, and the turret was a sure thing. So props to him. Props to nerf junglers playing in the jungle. Get that name out of here. We don't need Riot to see that and get any ideas.
Yeah, maybe not. They've been getting a few. They've been getting a few. But one thing that is a sure thing, or two, I suppose, is that Jinx and Jax both don't have their flashes now. And Jinx not having flash makes it a lot harder for her to get away from the E, and Jax not having flash makes it harder for him to peel the E off of the Jinx.
Right.
So
now the Lulu,
Lulu's W is going to be able to slow him down. You know, he's not going to be able to do anything while he's a squirrel or whatever this Lulu skin is that.
Yeah, what
the
is
Star
that?
Guardian? I'm not sure what the Star Guardian skin turns them into.
We're gonna have to keep a close eye on that because those are the important things that we're trying to tell Twitch here.
A squirrel, a cupcake,
A thingamajigger.
anything, something that's cute and doesn't hurt you.
Yeah, that's it, right there.
I mean, you know, it's the one time that you're ever gonna call Master Yi cute, but it's gonna happen this game.
The one and only time.
Dragon coming up here, but looks like Team Wombo has their name on it. They Make-A-Wish Foundation is just kind of donating it over to them. They don't want anything to do with this fight, and instead are setting up for the Baron.
Yeah,
sort of.
it's an Ocean Drake.
Sort of, kinda. They're gonna take the top outer turret. It looks like Jackson Volibear pushing that wave in. Oh,
Yeah,
Jinx actually stole the dragon. Okay.
Wait.
Plan.
Wait. Wow.
Yeah, the Jinx ultimate comes in.
Okay,
and
I totally missed that. I glance away for a second, and all the action happens. I was gonna say the Ocean Drake isn't really too much to worry about, but then they grab it and
not enough to fight over.
With 3 drakes.
Not enough to fight over, but I mean, Jinx ultimate doesn't have that long of a cooldown, so may as well just toss it in the pit and
why not, right?
It's rewarded. You didn't smite the dragon, and that's
well,
2
maybe
Ocean Dragons for them.
Might have been enough to execute, because it does percent missing health, right?
Yeah, Jinx ult does hurt. Ooh, dude.
Honestly, that's like the worst thing as a jungler, because you know those things come in and like sometimes it makes you smite too early, and sometimes like it just you want to wait till after it hits, but then somebody bursts right as it hits, and then like it goes down below what you want. Like it's so frustrating as a jungler.
And it's just gone, yeah. But
say, oh whoa, they are sneaking.
In the meantime, yeah, they're just gonna.
Huge.
While the Ziggs is wave clearing the bot lane, Jax, Jinx, and Lulu. So I mean, they've got a ton of damage onto this Baron with the Jinx and the Jax. They take it super quickly. Yeah, and they're not able to punish the bot side enough while they just sneak the Baron. So definitely a nice little sneak there coming from Team Make-A-Wish Foundation.
That's a huge swing.
It's a really good call.
Definitely, it doesn't win the game, but it stalls the game a little longer, which is good or bad, depending on how well each team executes. The Jinx definitely going to be doing a lot more than the Misfortune in these late game fights. However, the Master Yi just going to get stronger and stronger.
There's only so much stronger he can get. He has his stopwatch now. He's building towards his last item. Probably going to be the Guardian Angel. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, Jax is getting pretty close too. He's down 1 item, but he does have, you know, those 2 critical items in the Spear of Shojin and the Trinity Force, as well as a stopwatch. So he's going to be able to last in those fights a bit longer. And the Ziggs, you know, poking out a lot of damage. So I think Team Wombo really want a team fight. Obviously not right now while the Baron's up, but they do need that and get this game going a little bit.
Yeah, and this Baron is honestly the most important thing I think about this Baron is it's going to allow the Jinx flash to come up for the next time that the fight happens.
Yeah, that's
I feel like they're waiting. They're not pressuring too hard right now. They're going to pressure the bottom wave as a group, but I believe they were waiting just so that they'll have those cooldowns back, and it just brings a lot more safety to your team fight.
Yeah, Jinx and Jax is what was that?
Forced to flash away. Okay. Tried to get the blue buff, didn't want it to get taken from him, but it did go into Jinx instead of Ziggs,
So yeah, what a play. Oh, they have a huge wave down here.
Yeah, Volibear spent a lot of time priming this up, but Jax just jumps in, the Terraco goes onto 2 of them, and Master Yi is just going to start running through the team here. He already takes down the Lulu, the Volibear goes down too, but the Yi is not able to live long enough. Jinx is still up, gets a kill onto the Terraco. Oh no, just the heal was able to keep him alive, but Jax, with that Spear of Shojin cooldown, able to take down the Karma here, jumps onto the Terrac, not able to kill him, but just turns around and says, hey look, there's an AD carry, and kills her. But in the meantime,
why are they not going back?
that one person who doesn't like the team fight is taking the inhibitor. Yeah, I'm not sure not going back here is the play. Ziggs is going to start recalling. He does have the Baron recall, so it is fast enough, and Jax is able to, well, do that and pick up the kill on the Taric. Yes, just barely, but Ziggs is hopefully going to be able to clear this in time. He has to ultimate the minions to keep them alive, and
Oh
now
no.
with the Lulu coming in, Aatrox is gonna have to flash out, but does go down to the Lulu. So that's it now. Jinx and Jax are pushing in on the base with the Volibear teleport in, and I think that might
Master
be it.
Yi
I'm not
Karma?
sure you can do this quite yet. Jax
Oh
just
my gosh.
counter strikes the damage, and they take the game here.
Aatrox, what are you
Wow.
doing? After he gets the inhib, why not go back and stop that push? Oh, that's a head scratcher.
I'm not sure. Definitely think he was going for a little too much there.
Yeah, bit off a little more than he could chew. I think he just thought, all right, I got a base race here, but then the Ziggs goes back and he's not able to
Yeah.
finish it. So,
Wow.
wow, we're gonna move into game 3. Who would you say is your MVP of that game?
MVP. I'm not sure. There was no one. There was no one that I feel like it was just everyone, like the super cheesy thing. I think everyone did their part, and I want to give it to the Volibear just for the
comeback. He stayed cool. I'm giving him
comeback, going 0-1 and then getting 4 kills.
Honor.
Yeah, he's the one who gets the tilt proof honor.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. I think I'm gonna go with the Jax though. Definitely able to control the jungle for the most part. Aside from the one Yi quadra, he was just tearing up those team fights. He engaged like 2 or 3 of them with his jump.
And Ziggs also threw some great satchels and ended up saving the game.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, Weenie Head or Zikiki, you both did really great. I mean, obviously, the whole team did real well. So to come back there, very nice. Yeah.
Nerf junglers. But anyways, we'll be taking a little break here as we start and get ready for pick band of game 3. So don't go anywhere, guys. You clearly don't want to miss it with how exciting these 2 games have been.
Take a moment right here, feeling like it's out gear. Driving towards the sun with a rose and a gun. Feel the wind in my hair, going nowhere I swear. Like an outlaw on the run, dangerous but it's so fun. Running, running, no. Hold on, don't let go. Running, running, no. Keep running. Told my boss that I'm done. Had no luck with my mom. Say, what will you do with your life? You know it's hard to survive. A cigar in my mouth. Maybe guilty but proud. Now I'm an outlaw on the run. Dangerous but it's so fun. Running, running low. Hold on, don't let go. Running, running low. Keep running
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Here we are back for this exciting finale of Team Wombo versus Make-A-Wish Foundation. This is game 3 now. We've got as I said, 1-1. Make-A-Wish Foundation coming off a nice comeback win off the steal on the Baron with a bit of a base race. Not sure if I'd call it a base race, but I guess it was. But yeah, I'm Shady Gecko, and I'm joined here by Rando Joe. How you doing tonight?
I mean, okay. We've had some entertaining games, to say the least. I definitely enjoyed the team comp from Team Wombo last game with the E-Tag, but we've already started to get their picks in here. The first pick, Morgana, pretty well instantly taken. Bans were similar, but the Ziggs did get banned this time, as well as the Karthus, which was banned last game too.
Yeah, I'm surprised Morgana's such a quick pick after banning it second phase last game, but I guess they're putting a lot of priority on that this game. They really want to take that and keep that Volibear from running at him and lifting him up.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see if we get the Volibear again, but the retaliation to Morgana is Lulu Lucian, and I'm not sold on this duo. Personally, when I play Lucian, I do not like having Lulu supports. I would rather have something much more aggressive, something that I can batter the lane in with, and even thinking on the Lulu side, I'd rather have something that can deal a little more late game damage than the Lucian. But
so what do you think specifically is not as good about Lulu as far as going for the damage or whatever? Like, what's something you'd rather have with the Lucian?
Karma. That was picked there, especially knowing that the mid laner has been playing Karma. It's definitely something you could take away. Karma, even Morgana is good. One snare is basically 3/4, if not the entire health bar of the person that gets snared. But we're seeing the Volibear hover again.
And there it is, locked in. They're loving it.
This is what I like to see. They know it's up, and I have a feeling they're not going to ban the Aatrox. I think they're just going to say, you know what? We're going to do that again. I want that matchup again.
We're going to do that again, but we're going to Q and then E, and he's going to do it up now. That 8% max health is really going to... Nope, they say no.
And
there it goes.
They ban the Aatrox instead.
Now, so I'm a little worried because now the Volibear could get counterpicked. Last game, it was a counterpick to the Volibear, or to the Aatrox, supposedly. Yeah. But I think he was saying, you know what, even though I got stomped in lane, I was down 2k, I still came back and made a difference, and I think they're looking for that team fight difference with that, Regiscory, Q, engage.
Yeah, and it might honestly just be a comfort pick because the Volibear was banned away from him in game 1.
Oh, was it?
Second rotation, yeah, they banned the Malphite and the Volibear away from him, and they hovered the Malphite in the last game before actually locking in the Volibear.
Have you heard about the Malphite changes possibly coming to 9/11?
I actually haven't had the chance to look at them yet.
It was just very recent. It was just a Riot post. But they're basically going to do a lot of feels good changes for him. They're making his W and auto attack reset, kind of like
nice.
And then it has like a Tiamat active after you use it, kind of how it is now, but it looks cooler. And then his Q is going to come out like a lot more cool, I guess. They put a bunch of feels good stuff onto it.
A lot cooler. I like it.
A lot dope.
But we get the Orianna pick now. I'm not sure about the Orianna here. I don't think it's actually a very good matchup into the Karma. Karma can just play super defensive and hard shove the wave in against her.
Then again, this Karma's been down, 20-30 farm every game, pretty early. So maybe this Orianna's just looking to kind of bully things and then throw the Volibear runs in there right in the middle. Everybody kind of gangs up on him, and then Orianna, pops that ult and they get it going. Or maybe they go with, maybe a Jarvan 4. I mean, he did get nerfs, but he's still pretty strong. So Jarvan and Orianna can make a great combo as well. They're going to go with the Ornn into the Volibear. I kind of like that. Almost? Maybe not, actually.
I can see it. I mean, he has his invulnerable back, right? So he can just do that, and he won't be getting flipped by the Volibear, and he'll be able to just stun up the Volibear and walk away.
Right, but if the Volibear does time that and, uses
more mind games.
Ooh.
Mumu locked in.
Here we go.
So this was banned away against them last game.
Yeah.
Oh, we don't get the misfortune this time. We could have
We
had
do not
our
get the
curse of the
bullet
sad
time.
bullet time, but no, we don't. We get curse of the shockwave.
Curse of the Shockwave, Thunder God, pulling Lulu Ultimate.
the thunderclaps coming in with the
Thunderclaps.
smites
There it is.
on Volibear auto attacks, the AoE damage from him, and
Yeah.
I mean, the shockwave, the only other real AoE ability here. The Lucian doesn't have much to combo onto the Amumu, but definitely an interesting pick. I've been seeing a lot of Amumu recently, and they've been going AP.
I mean, oh, have they? Okay.
I've been seeing some AP Amumus recently, at least the Runic Echoes.
He does have the highest win rate in the jungle since the new patch, according to
Okay.
Lowalytics. So, well, him and Rammus are kind of sharing the top spot. But I think that's mostly just, people
He's
still
the
getting
number one
used to
jungler on U.GG as well.
Is he? Yeah. So,
53.35% win rate.
Yeah, wow. He scales really well, and he has that physical damage. A lot of people are still playing Assassin's mid lane and Bruiser's top, so he has that physical damage reduction on his E that really helps out a lot. This game, he definitely pairs well with AP champions. If you have like a mage top and mage mid, he's really good because he gets that, that sad mummy passive, but still good with at least one AP person on his team. So, and he's always buffing his own stuff. So there's that. However, I'm kind of liking the composition from Team Wombo here. With the Orin ultimate, Nocturne ultimate, Sivir ultimate, they can really start things off whenever they want.
Oh, definitely.
They're just going to have to try to not get too far behind in lane. Try not to let that Amuma and Orianna kind of get away with things. Now, I was going to say, the Volibear, if he can time out the Orin W, Orin just doesn't have enough DPS that Volibear has, so I guess he can charge away if he times it right after the Q. He can kind of charge away, but then the Volibear can slow him down with the E. It's going to be definitely scary for the Orin. He's going to have to watch out in those early levels.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty solid pick into it. It'll be able to disengage, especially once his ultimate comes up. They're both hitting level 6. And one other thing to look out is both of the teams have incredible ultimate engage. They've got the Amumu ult with the shockwave on top of it.
Yeah.
And even if you want to use the Lulu ultimate aggressively, that's an AoE knockup.
Yeah.
And then the Nocturne ultimate with the Sivir and the Orin ultimate, like you were saying earlier, is just going to be able to hit everyone on the other team.
Yeah. Lots of go buttons on the side of Team Wombo. On Make-A-Wish, you've got that Volibear engage, and he can kind of get people to slow down, start turning back, and then the Amumu comes in on the flank, freezes everybody. Orianna gets the right positioning on her ult, and then Lulu knocks them all back. So you bring them in, knock them out. It's a Wombo combo over there as well. That Wombo combo.
Yeah, definitely looking. Hopefully, we'll see a lot more 5v5 in this game. I'm tired of the.
Last game.
I feel like I'm tired of the turret hitting. The constant split pushing, but I mean it's winning games, so.
I think
gotta
that
do what you
was
gotta do. Winning
that was
is the
definitely
goal, right?
Team Wombo's biggest problem that last game is laner side lane pushing people not coming back to the team when there's a huge team fight going on. They're kind of like, I can get this turret if you guys can just hold, but if they did join, then that's a clean ace. So especially with how close some of the fights got. So I think if they could clean that up, focus more on these team fights, which they've definitely drafted for, they're going to be in a good position. Meanwhile, Make-A-Wish, they've got some lane dominance down in the bot lane. Definitely the pushing lane. I think they've got pushing lanes all over. So Amumu's going to be happy to just farm up, but Nocturne definitely going to have lanes to gank, so Amumu's going to need to keep eyes on him.
Yeah, although when he picked Nocturne in the first game, he didn't exert too much early game pressure, and it was against the Karthus as well. So we saw that he didn't really want to be fighting too much early and just farm up to that 6. So we may actually see Amumu trying to pull out more ganks than the Nocturne here. I think his ganks are more effective earlier on, anyways, with the Q. I mean, stun, but
Nocturne does have the E, but you can run away from that at least, or jump away from it.
Yeah. And just based on the playstyle that we've seen from him from the 2 games on the Nocturne and the E.
Right.
Now we haven't seen too much. Well, I mean, I guess on the Jax he was pressuring a little bit early, so there is that. But we're gonna take a quick break. We'll be back in about 4 minutes. We will see you all back for this exciting finish of Risen Rampage Open. All right, take it away.
Take a moment right here, feeling like it's out gear, driving towards the sun with a rose and a gun. Feel the wind in my hair, going nowhere I swear, like an outlaw on the run. Dangerous but it's so fun. Running, running, no. Hold on, don't let go. Running, running, no. Keep running. Told my boss that I'm done. Had no luck with my mom. Say, what will you do with your life? You know it's hard to survive. A cigar in my mouth. Maybe guilty but proud. Now I'm an outlaw on the run. Dangerous but it's so fun. Running, running, no. Hold on, don't let go. Running, running, no. Keep running.
All right, everybody, welcome back. It's time to go into Game 3 of Team Wombo versus Make-A-Wish Foundation here. Rampage Open Week 6. These guys are tied 1-1, and it's a pretty big game for Team Wombo here. If they take this home, they're going to be able to start and look to make their comeback and get their playoff spot. But for now, we'll look at the teams. We've got Borden 23 on the Ornn top, Nerf Junglers on the Nocturne, Shadowstorm 9199 on the Karma mid, Legendary Diamond on the Sivir 80 carry, and Panic House on the Morgana support.
All right, and on the side of Make-A-Wish Foundation, we have 2 accounts perma banned on the Volibear in the top lane, Weenie Head on the Amumu in the jungle, Zikiki on the Orianna in the mid lane, Trucks on the Lucian in the bot lane, Sprite Bunny on the Lulu as support.
One interesting thing I just noticed, the Morgana has Exhaust, but the Lulu has Ignite.
That's interesting. That's a reverse of your usual thought process for both those champions.
Plus, I'm not entirely sure who is being exhausted here by the Morgana. I'm assuming it's going to be Volibear. It's probably the only person you can, but...
You know what's going to be real sad is if he tries to exhaust the person with the black shield. That's going to be...
No, the Morgana has the exhaust.
Oh, right. Well, wow. Okay. Yeah, sorry, guys. I'm pretty tired.
That is okay.
Now, one thing that we want to point out, Rando Joe pointed this out, is that Volibear brought Grasp this time.
Yes.
So I think that's going to be real big for him. He's going to get a lot tankier, a lot... Whoa, why is he taking so long to clear that? Oh, he started E. Oh, no.
Yeah,
Okay,
I believe he's going to start W on the clear, right, for a boo-boo?
Yeah. That's
anyways,
okay.
he's still going to be going for the long clear. Nocturne taking the same path as game 1. We
Yeah,
noticed in the first game
not
he didn't
doing
clear
his
the crowds.
golems.
I don't know...
Whew.
And
Long
he went for
giving
the
him
full
business.
clear last time, too, into the top scuttle and then top gank, but...
Yeah, so if you're going to full clear, why not take the
Full
golem?
clear. If you're gonna full clear, I feel like you should full clear.
Especially on
jungle,
Nocturne, who you can get that W if you're doing the golem start, and then clear a little faster that way, because you don't have to get your E now for the scuttle. Ooh, look at the dodge. Look at the moves.
Yeah, Volibear getting, well, not even the upper hand on these early trades. Ornn is still just doing so much damage to him, but trading about even. Volibear didn't lose his passive yet, and that's what's really important. You don't want to lose that at 2 minutes into the game.
Yeah, definitely not. And what's the cooldown on that? Is it 3 minutes?
2 minutes, 3 minutes, something like that.
It's either 2 or 3.
Bot lane just trading back and forth. They're gonna be hitting each other a good bit. They've liked to be pretty aggressive.
Ooh, Amumu's skipping his red buff. Ooh!
Oh, Lucian actually gets tagged by that binding there. And Sivir gets ignited, walking up a little bit too close and being forced to flash away.
Yeah, got baited by that heal from Lucian.
Ooh. Yeah, so the heal and ignite gone for the Lucian Lulu, but only for the Sivir flash. But I mean, Sivir flash honestly is probably more valuable than the two. So
Yeah,
Lucian Lulu not gonna be too sad with that trade.
Yeah. And I mean, I think Sivir just saw glory in her eyes, thinking, oh, Lucian's locked down, I got him. But then there's the heal, there's the shield. Not so much.
It's not that much damage early on at level 2 or 3. I don't remember if she had her level 3 yet at the time of the fight, but
I don't think so.
definitely not able to trade all that well into Lucian at this point in the game.
Yeah, tanks doing what tanks do.
Hitting each other all the time.
Yeah, now Nocturne is going to get both scuttles, so I guess that's the advantage of not doing the golems. At this level, Amumu's not going to be too sad about that because
Nice trade.
not that
pop the Volibear passive.
yeah, I mean, I was thinking Volibear is going to have an advantage here, but
Yeah.
Ornn
So it
definitely
is 2 minutes.
Ornn does do some good damage.
Yeah.
What
so
were
the
you
Volibear
saying?
passive is a 2 minute cooldown.
Oh, it is. Okay, cool.
Just check now. Yeah, it got popped. It had a minute 53 left, so
Right.
2 minutes. 2 minutes safe. And he's out of mana here too, so his trading is only gonna be the auto attacks. I'm not sure it's gonna be enough to take good trades into him, but Amumu walks down through the scuttle crab, and that's all worded up by Team Wombo over here. So he's just kind of scoping out the competition before going to take his grab.
Yeah, so what I was trying to say is that the scuttle crabs at level 2 aren't worth... At level 1, they were the same amount of golden experience as a regular camp, except that they're, easier to take, obviously. But at level 2, they're just a little bit more. So if you're able to kind of full clear, regardless, even though you missed out on the scuttles, so you don't have any like you're not waiting around waiting for camps to spawn. He's just taking a look. Then it's not as big a deal, but he is now down 2 camps. So the Nocturne was able to make use of that time that Amumu tried to gank. Amumu's going to catch up a little bit here while Nocturne comes back onto the map. So getting both those Scuttle Crabs isn't the biggest advantage as you would think.
Yeah, and this third one I think coming up is going to be the important one, and they're both going to be pathing towards the top side here. So Ornn got the back off, and Volibear is still in the top lane. So Ornn does have the item advantage right now. Amumu actually ended up going mid instead of farming these Raptors.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's wasted a lot of time. You know, he's ganked bot lane, he's ganked mid, and now he ganked mid again, and hasn't really gotten anything from it aside from people just walking backwards. So
pressure ganks and Orianna back now.
There you go. Asserting dominance.
Definitely not the best timing to go back with Scuttle Crab. She should be back in time for the lane.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Actually, no, she will be. Sorry, it's not. It's still.
Now it's 20 seconds.
Yeah, so she will be back in time. Karma backing now is. Okay, as I say that, she stops. So that's good. She knows that she needs to stay and make sure that the jungler can take the Scuttle Crab, but he's already standing there waiting for it to spawn impatiently.
Ooh, Volibear coming down.
Yeah, he did get the push up top side, so gonna get some contesting here. Volibear is pushing away, but Orianna shockwaves the Karma, trying to get some trading in. Gets the ignite down, and Karma's forced to flash away here. So some mid prio coming in from the mid lane, the top prio coming in from the top side, and Make-A-Wish Foundation looking to be able to get the Scuttle Crab. Volibear gets the knock up onto the Nocturne and forces the flash away with the Amumu coming in, the rubber band. Flashing over the Ornn ultimate there, trying to chase down the Nocturne, but is not able to get the kill. And Ornn just kind of slaps his head, and they go in a little too over-aggressive for that kill.
That was, I definitely thought that Make-A-Wish was going to come away with that, especially after the Amumu flashes over the Ornn ultimate, but then the Ornn damage just...
Too much.
That percent health damage really highlight. Oh, he's going for it again.
The Volibear combo, so much CC able to just you can only stop one of them with the spell shield. I think Nocturne
got a little overzealous there.
Yeah, he couldn't really quite contest that again. Ornn still was not there, and Karma does not have the health to be able to help him. So.
Yep, and he pays for it with his life.
Just both back off, but nobody's taking the Scuttle Crab.
Yeah, it's just gonna rest there. What level is it? Let's see.
It is level 5, yeah. So it
level
is
5.
Got a lot of golden experience in there. You want that, but you don't really want to give away your life for it.
Yeah, and I mean, while Nocturne did give away his life for it, it's not getting too punished. Amumu just farming his blue buff and gonna look for a gank down here in the bot lane. Morgana did just use her spell shield, so Sivir has to flash away preemptively, but I'm not sure if it was too early or not. Morgana gets the bind on the Amumu while Lucian's dashing in and flashes away from the Amumu bandage toss to make sure that she stays alive. So a good gank by Amumu gets all 4 summoners actually coming out from the bot lane here. Definitely going to be able to repeat gank, especially since he didn't burn his ultimate.
And he was able to catch up in the farm because of that shenanigans going on. Oh, but mid lane.
Nocturne pulls the ultimate in onto the Orianna and he was able to kill her before the flash went off. The flash still went off from the Orianna, but unfortunately the damage was just too much. Yeah. Volibear pops his ultimate here to try and stay alive against this Ornn with his passive ticking, but just gonna live, wave clear a little bit. Ornn's got no mana, so there's no real retaliation coming out from him.
Right, and you can't dodge an auto. That's what Orianna is unfortunately learning here.
This is true, you can't, well, I mean, unless you're Jax, but she's Orianna.
Oh, okay, so. Yeah. Once the auto has come through, you can't dodge it.
Yeah. Karma tried to take those Raptors from Amumu there, but just wasn't able to. Lucian with a nice little sidestep on the Morgana binding here, but definitely caught a little too far up. The Soul Shackles is going to stun him up, but they're just able to turn it around. That Lulu ultimate giving him so much health.
Oh, no.
Server just can't stay there with the ignite.
Lucian didn't have the mana for the culling, so would have been able to get a double kill there probably.
So ended up burning the Lucian flash, burning the Lulu ignite, not able to get the kill, but they are going to be able to get the pressure here and probably take the play on this next wave. So that's definitely good for them.
Yeah, and
really important.
Right, and Sivir's going to miss out on this wave here of experience and gold.
Although they don't have enough mana to push the wave, so they might not actually get the plate. Orianna takes a plate solo in the mid lane, so that's going to be very strong for her. She's got a 10 CS lead so far.
Yeah. And she's looking at a, well, only about 300 gold, so not the hugest thing, but not the worst either.
It's a start.
It's a start, that's for sure.
Definitely a
Now,
start.
600 gold on the Nocturne compared to the Amumu, that's pretty nice.
Yeah, but that Scuttle Crab was still up topside. I think Volibear's just taking it now.
He's like, all right, junglers aren't going to do their job, I'm going to do it for them.
I mean, Volibear does jungle as well. You know, Volibear is also a jungler, so.
And he takes scuttles real fast, too.
Orianna and Karma trading pretty well here. She avoids the Karma snare, but Nocturne comes in with the ultimate. It gets flipped away from the Orianna by the Volibear, but it's not going to mean anything. Nocturne's able to take her down, but does get taken away in the trade. And I think the Volibear Thunder or the Orianna Ignite ended up killing the Karma as well. So it's been a 2-for-1 so far. Amumu coming in gets the ultimate down onto the Orin, and they're just going to start beating away at him with the auto attacks. And the Amumu tier is just, man, poor Orin just getting cried on all night. And
can't cancel that teleport, not anymore.
yeah, I think the enemy Amumu is not the person that you want to be letting cry on you. There's something to be said about a friend, but
maybe not an enemy.
Maybe not an enemy friend. And Amumu looking in for this bottom lane gank here.
Ooh, that's a
she
late
gets the
opening.
slow onto the Sivir. The spell shield only stops the stun, but Amumu still comes in and gets the kill.
Yeah,
Nice little gank.
that little update to his Q makes him follow. So Team Wombo making it happen.
No, Team Make-A-Wish
Oh
Foundation.
wait, yeah. Wow. Okay, yeah. Make a wish, making it happen. If you guys
Yeah.
want to donate to Make a Wish Foundation, go to the website,
Google that shit. Make a kid's wish come true. You can send them to Disneyland or to become Batman.
Ooh, that'd be pretty
Did they get that plate? I don't
Yeah,
think they
barely.
got-
Yeah.
Oh, did they? Okay.
Yeah, the animation went off. Nice. Amumu standing in the fog of war, able to just catch that Morgana out, going a little bit too far up with her teammates coming in close. She thought she was safe, but
She
not
was
quite.
not. Nobody's
yeah,
safe.
Mumu looking aggressive again here, gets the pull onto the Karma, and oh no, is not able to flash away over the wall.
That's rough. I think she would have died anyway with Lucian closing in there, but
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
definitely, but it feels even worse. Unfortunate for him.
oh, look at the sad bee on the Amumu. Aw, what a
That's
guy.
one of my favorite emotes. Yeah, they just take this mountain dragon here. Pretty good for them.
they're definitely in the driver's seat with a 2K gold lead,
Oh, absolutely.
and that's unfortunate because they were just down by a K, so they made up 3K in the past like 2 minutes.
Yeah. Looking good for them with their team fighting comp. They're going to want to get to those team fights. And with Nocturne not being ahead of the Amumu, his engage onto the Orianna is not going to be too threatening. But as I say that, he goes in onto the Orianna mid lane and just gets shockwaved away.
Well,
I think you want to wait for the Karma.
Yeah, ultimate for ultimate, but Nocturne's is a lot longer.
Yeah, definitely not the end of the world here. Volibear takes turret aggro because of his
Sunfire Cape.
Sunfire Cape, so not able to stay under the turret and poke like that, but bot lane's pushed out the Lucian and Lulu, so they're getting some plates down here as well. One last wave getting to push
Lots
in.
and
we'll
lots
see.
of plates this game.
Yeah. Oh, Lucian with the culling here going aggressive. Gets exhausted up by the Morgana and just gonna walk away. Trades ultimate for Sivir ultimate and the Morgana exhaust. You're definitely gonna take that.
Oh yeah. Woo! Almost.
Or nearly landing the knock up there, but Nocturne and Karma here in for support. They may want to look for this. Ornn calling
there
down the
goes.
call of the Forge God.
Oh, we got them
Gets
both.
the knock up barely onto the Orianna, and she's gonna go down. She wasn't gonna waste her flash there. There was no way she was living. And Morgana gets the binding and the ultimate in onto the Lucian here. He's gonna dash in to try and trade on the Sivir, but he's not quite close enough to get the auto attacks. And Sivir flashes in after the Lucian. Morgana takes the kill with the W, and then they're just gonna chase down the Lulu here. Ramumu comes in, gets the minion with his Q, is able to catch Sivir at the edge of his ultimate and take her down for the trade. The nice gank here.
Nice gank by the friendly Amumu. The friendly, sad Amumu.
The not so friendly Amumu if you're the side of Team Wombo, but
He's friendly to the Lulu at least. Ooh, misses
definitely.
the jungler problems.
I feel that pain.
Oh, yeah. Everybody does. Everybody knows. Everybody knows that thing. Don't you? Don't you, everybody? Yes.
Oh yeah.
Unanimous. It was unanimous.
I think I miss more cannons than I actually get, than I actually land the last hit on. So
you should work on that.
I definitely should, but
You're gonna take some free throw practice.
yeah, but Amumu got that free throw with a nice little first turret for him, so
That's true.
he's got a lot of gold there going in on
He
him.
does.
And
Big shutdown.
hopefully gonna be able to get
away.
There's not much he can do there.
They didn't know where the Lucian was. Meanwhile, he's grabbing red buff topside. Little did they know.
Yeah, Amumu with... Honestly, you may think that he is more of a gold lead, but because of the farm and the kill participation being pretty even, he's only got 400 gold lead here on the Nocturne.
Yeah, I guess maybe Nocturne got a shutdown or something.
Yeah, and they're both level 10 actually, so Nocturne keeping up really well in the farm and experience with the Amumu here, who's been getting a decent amount of work done too, but some nice trading. Just waiting for Lucian to come back. He's ganking his own lane here. They're going to look to go in. Lucian's got that red buff when she took top lane and just gets binded.
Morgana just says, well, nah.
Yeah, he throws that culling out as a... well, I mean, you know, this is what I wanted to do. It's a warning shot. That's what's going to happen next time. They know that they're in trouble next time. And Nocturne goes in for the ultimate here. Nice flash over the wall and the shockwave onto two of them by the Orianna, but she's not quite able to get the trade kill onto the Karma.
Yeah, just stepped up a little too aggressively and Nocturne able to punish with that ultimate.
Yeah, definitely on the wrong side of the wall there when you're on the red side without your jungler nearby. I don't know if... the flash play was close though, getting both of them with the shockwave, nearly getting the trade, but Ignite just not enough. Ooh. That's a lot of damage. And we're gonna keep.
That's a lot of damage.
Unfortunately, the damage, I guess not all for naught, because they did get the first pink ward kill, but it's just replaced, so...
So
At the end of the day, no vision really won.
Making a wish on that
Yeah.
Rift Herald. I don't think Warren's gonna notice. He's just wandering around.
Even if he
He's
does
probably
notice,
making
I'm
an
not
item.
sure he can 1v2 them. Lucian just barely getting away from that binding. Rift Herald looks like they're just gonna group mid with this.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's a free turret. Ooh, they know it's there.
Volibear, I'm not sure if this is the place you want to be. Amumu's just kind of using it on the side here. Yeah, they definitely want to
Ooh,
force
they're
this turret
teleporting.
down. Ornn pulling the TP
Maybe
down. He
they
wants to
can
hold
kill
this
this?
wave,
No.
but no, it doesn't kill it, unfortunately. It
Ooh,
takes too
they
much
might not
damage.
get the turret. They
And
didn't get
Ornn
the
wants
turret.
to get the re-engage here. He gets the Lucian knock-up, interrupts his dash, but the Orianna Shockwave hits 3 people on the backside into a 4-man Amumu ultimate, while Volibear is just kind of slapping people, bites up the Morgana for a kill, and they're able to get a nice clean kill here. Lucian with the culling onto Carmen, not able to finish her off, but Amumu flashing in to chase the Ornn here, lands the stun, forces the Ornn flash. The Ornn's going to try to get away, but I think
he's gonna have another Q.
chase. Yeah, it'll come up soon, but wow, it's decent amount of trade damage coming back, but Tears, man, they're just too strong. As Nocturne goes in and kills the Orianna here and is likely getting trade back? Nope, they don't have enough damage to keep following up.
Woo! Wow, there you go. Lots of action. And a yawn.
Too much action, yeah. They're
This,
just fighting everywhere, every ult, every ability being used, but overall that was, what, 2 for 2? I think?
Yeah, I believe so. Another kill going on to this Amumu, who's now doing real nice for himself. He's still only 400 gold up on the Nocturne, who's also doing pretty well for himself.
Nerf junglers.
Yeah, nerf junglers. There it is.
they're both
They
got a
both-
lot of gold in this game. I
They
think they're
both
the
have
2
the most
highest
gold
on each
on their
team.
teams, yeah.
Yep.
With Amumu having the most in the game. But, I mean, that's going to happen when you have the highest kill participation on your team, and you've got almost the most farm.
Got as much farm as the solo laners, which is, as a jungler, that's honestly got to be one of the best feelings when you've got that kind of
Oh, yeah.
CS.
You're doing real well when you got that going
Yeah,
on.
and he's
Either
finished his
that, or your
Abyssal Mask
teammates are
too.
doing real bad. Now, the
Yeah.
Abyssal Mask is really nice on Amumu, because not only does it kind of synergize with what you're trying to do, which is buff up ability power damage, but the passive of which a lot of people don't really take into account or notice is you heal when you spend mana and you get mana when you take damage. So Amumu
uses a lot of mana with his W, with his E, his Q, and uses it constantly. So you can kind of get a little bit of health back constantly, and kind of sustain through those fights a little more than people would expect.
Yeah. Gives him much more survivability than meets the eye. But Ornn here looking for a little bush gank. Gets the ultimate onto the Lucian.
Whoop.
Gets a double knock-up with the Nocturne ultimate and the Karma damage. They just explode.
That's what we've been looking for. That Wombo combo.
Yeah.
Team Wombo with the Wombo combo on the Nocturne Ornn. I mean, just perfectly played. Lucian must have already used his dash, not able to get away from that. The Ornn slow or the knockups, both the knockups, and then Nocturne coming in to finish him off.
And the Lucian and Lulu walked up a little too far with that checking the lane bushes. They had no idea that the Ornn was there and was able to get a perfectly lined up ultimate to keep them against the wall.
And it's unfortunate because the Orianna is kind of right there, but just not able to get to the fight fast enough. It was either Orianna or Mumu that was pretty close. But when you just get jumped on like that by the Nocturne, not much you can do.
Yeah, definitely. And then some turrets being traded here. The bottom inner going down for Team Wombo. They lost Team Wombo and they lost that, and they took the mid outer for trade, but definitely not bad. Getting that mid outer turret opens up the map, and a nice little Q onto the Morgana, onto the Karma, but she takes the blast cone and sends Karma off to her death. And Who's gonna walk under the turret here and get this kill on the Morgana?
That's definitely a rip right there.
That feels so bad to be the Karma there.
Oh yeah, getting sent to your grave by your support. Panic House panicked. Oh, they're gonna go for an early Baron. Yeah, Nocturne's bot side.
Yeah, definitely not a bad call. Using the Nocturne ultimate here to get onto the volley bear. He actually flips him closer to him, so the fear ends up going off on him, and then he's just not able to get away from that 1v2. And
but what's it gonna matter when you get the Baron?
Yeah.
They saw the Nocturne on the wards, and they were just like, well, let's take this. They're gonna give it to us. Let's take it.
Yeah, we got the one kill. That's all we needed, and just get the Baron.
Yeah. So they're definitely in the driver's seat. Nice 3k gold lead with the Baron at 22 minutes. That's especially with the Mountain Drake and Infernal. You're gonna shred through those turrets.
Yeah, I think that's actually the earliest Baron that we've seen this series, and
definitely
maybe we'll translate into a quicker team fight phase here, but we'll see how they end up pulling it out. Both teams have looked like they're executing their team fights very well.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna come down to those executions. Amumu, though, has been doing a lot of work here with that Q and ultimate, especially on top of the Orianna ultimate, and then layered with the Lucian ultimate. So both teams have those strong ultimate powered fights. So it's gonna what Nocturne sold his stopwatch.
Did he use it already? Was it a broken
stopwatch?
I
don't know if he ever used it. He had the rune. He had the commencing stopwatch, and he had it. He got rid of it. So I guess he bought something good for it. I hope
he got the BF sword. He had already finished his Duskblade earlier. So I mean, I'm assuming that that BF sword, is going into a Guardian Angel. So I'm not entirely sure. That's something you want to do. On the other side, Amumu has Haunting Eyes, I believe. I don't think it's the full. No. Yeah, Haunting Eyes. Beatrice is the full one. Yeah. So definitely getting some more HP and some more damage. The two great Amumu stats.
And another Infernal Drake.
And another Infernal Drake. Oh my gosh, that shockwave just destroying Morgana. Lucian has to use the culling. He was just barely out of range to...
Had to flash as well.
Had to flash, yeah. Oh, Amumu flash barely misses the toss there. Oh. Yeah, they're getting this pressure in with the Baron now. They got the Infernal, and Amumu's just kind of walking in behind the turret here. Misses the bandage toss onto the Sivir, but the volley bear comes in and gets the flip. Forces out the flash and the heal from her, and just bullying them off of this outer turret, which they want to take.
A little over aggressive. Probably could have just walked down the turret, but Amumu goes where he pleases, right?
Wow. I mean, that's not the normal saying, but Karma gets... Sorry, Lulu there gets taken out by the... I think it was the Nocturne, and he just got killed right away in retaliation.
Yeah, and the Ornn ultimate not landing on anybody, so they're not able to follow up on that engage. But Yeah, trading your life for the jungle. I mean, I guess it at least stops the push.
Mhm. Definitely stops the bleeding. It's a little band-aid fix to stall out the game just a little longer so they can get some more items on their
On the server,
on the
importantly,
server.
they need to get her into this game.
Yeah.
Does like having that upgrade on the Infinity Edge that gives her a nice 1,000 gold advantage.
I
But
think
even with
definitely.
that, she's
Ooh.
still down by 400 gold. So
It's just the build path. It looks like she's building into the Phantom Dancer, so that should be
right.
completed soon. Probably on this back here. Yeah, she's got 1100. She'll finish that Phantom Dancer now. So definitely really strong 2-item point on the Sivir. It's always pretty strong. With the upgraded Infinity Edge, it's even stronger.
Yeah,
And hopefully
and
now she'll
give
start
her
to
that extra survivability that she needs to last out the Lucian and Orianna burst.
Yeah, that lifeline shield is a lot more than you'd think it is. Actually, it does quite a bit.
And it's any type of damage, so
Yeah,
magic or physical.
you wouldn't hate buying a Hex Drinker here.
As the Sivir,
You might now. Yeah, you might now that you have the Phantom Dancer, but
Oh yeah, no, you can't.
Hex
I think the passives are the same. So you can
they are. Yeah, they don't stack. I felt that one firsthand. They don't stack.
Oh no.
Um,
Not
there's-
like this.
Sometimes they're worth it with the extra magic resist. We've seen Bang do it, but Amumu getting a nice little bandage toss over the wall there into the ultimate on 2 members, but just chasing them out. Morgana gets culled down, and the Orianna lands a shockwave onto the 2 members while Amumu finishes off the kill onto the Karma there. Ornn trying to fight them off here. Sivir looking to get some auto attacks, but getting zoned down by a big old bear running at her.
He's just
gonna
still running.
run right through the turret, knocks her up, flings her closer towards the team, and he's just going in. He's just running after her the whole time. Nocturne's GA gets taken down as the Volibear gets knocked up and the Ornn gets stunned. And Sivir's been auto attacking him for about 15 seconds. Finally gets the kill down, and the Amumu barely misses the bandage toss, which is going to end this fight. Unless Orianna here gets a nice bit of damage here. The W does get spell shielded though.
They're also low.
Sivir lives, but
Go
the
Sivir,
inhibitor-
go.
The inhibitor does not. So, yeah, just the power of all the healing from the Volibear passive and the armor. She just does not do enough damage to him yet to.
Yeah, she's not doing anything through that Sterix gauge with the Sunfire cape.
Yeah, poor thing was just running away from the Volibear the entire team fight, while everyone else,
Poor
like
thing,
the world is just
poor
burning
thing.
around her.
All right. It's definitely looking dire for the side of Team Wombo, but what do you think they can do to get back into this game?
They need to find a pick on the Lucian or the Orianna, or the Amumu, if at all possible. But he's got so much health that they're not going to really be able to burst him down fast enough to kill him. So
Yeah,
I think
and-
you want to kill the Orianna,
Right.
the Nocturne ultimate, and hopefully not have everybody else die while you do that, and then look to push a wave and maybe get that top out of
What?
turret. Oh,
Okay.
that must have been misclick.
She's typing
That's
Rage Quit and
unfortunate.
accidentally hits R, so.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, I'm pretty sure that was also not the direction that you'd want to use the plant, but all is okay. Just gonna trade some Baron Vision now. Amumu looking like he wants to go in on the Ornn, sends the I'm coming ping, and just starts to chase him down. The Ornn gets the knockup, but Amumu tears are just landing on him, and the Volibear gets a bunch of speed up from his own Q and the Orianna W, and they're just gonna hit him. Take a little while because they're all tanky, you know. They don't deal that much damage, but he does end up going down.
That was so much less action than, like, I thought it would be. It was just like, oh, okay. Nothing's really going to happen. We're just going to whack each other.
Just kind of running on top of them until their E, the Amumu E comes up. It's the only time Ornn actually takes damage. So it's not going to end in much because of the Sivir wave clear, the Karma wave clear. A lot of poke going on onto the Orianna. She's not really going to be in this team fight, but the culling goes down, hits the Morgana a lot, forces stopwatch after the ultimate, and that's it. Amumu just gets 2 kills after that because
Oh, Mumu.
he's super fed.
Oh, wow. He went blasting one, too, after the Landry's. He's going to be
Yeah.
doing some damage.
Nocturne isn't able to really get into this fight to pressure anybody because he has to be clearing the mid wave here of the super minions. So Amumu just gets to pressure in the Karma, and
Right. Hasn't even been able to use his ultimate yet.
Yeah, he hasn't. Like we were saying, the idea is for Nocturne to be trying to get a pick, but if he's being the one put on wave clear duty in the mid lane,
Right.
they're not really going to be able to do anything. And now Team Make-A-Wish Foundation is just going to look towards this Baron. They've got a Mountain Dragon and almost no contest possible from Team Wombo, so definitely looking in a strong position to take this game 3 here.
Yeah, and they just take that super fast. Double
yeah.
Infernal in the mountain. They're going to go back. I think they're just going to shove it down top, or probably bot lane with this another mountain coming in, then just kind of finish it from there. Unless, you know, they can get the dream ultimates from Nocturne and Ornn, but even with that, they just not doing enough damage. You know, you really only have the Nocturne and the Sivir doing much burst damage, and they're just too far behind at this point.
Yeah, the Lucian's completed his Phantom Dancer now. He's on 3 items. Sivir still is on those components for the Essence Reaver, so not quite where you want to be as a Sivir. The more items you have as Sivir, the better. You're going to be killing absolutely everyone.
I love these control wards that I've seen all the teams putting down on the inside of the Dragon Pit, so that it's kind of like sneaky. Like maybe they won't notice it when they're walking by.
Yeah, I think both teams have been doing that for pretty well the entire series. It is nice to see.
Is that nice to see? I would think you'd want it kind of in the middle, because you can't cover the lower area of wards with that.
They both like it. It'll still cover the Baron, the pit.
Doesn't it not cover the bottom right of it?
I'm pretty sure it does. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it does actually cover the whole pit.
Okay, then if it does, yeah, that's smart.
If not, when you walk in, you just gotta check that with a sweeper. It's not, I guess, not the end of the world, but yeah, if it doesn't cover it, maybe it's not as efficient as I'm thinking. But it's nice to like hide it.
LCS plays? I'm not sure.
I don't know.
It's definitely LCS plays. I mean, what are we talking about? This is practically.
Oh, the Shockwave doesn't catch Sivir because of the spell shield, but it does catch the Morgana, forced to flash out now. And yeah, they're just gonna brute force this turret down. Redemption basically as wave clear and not going to be able to do much. Red team's Redemption coming down gives them a nice little regen, good amount of HP, so they can walk up onto this inhibitor rather. Just take that for free. And now the Ornn trying to get a little bit in. The Volibear's Derrick's goes down. Ornn ultimate going down, but Sivir's already killed by the Orianna on the one side. And Lucian's just dealing damage to the Ornn. He's trying to go in and get the kill, but not able to finish him off. Ornn gets away, but they're getting the pressure down. The Baron minions, they're taking down the Nexus turret. One already goes down. And Team Wombo's got to do something here to try and stop him, but Volibear's just gonna stop on this Morgana. Gets the chomp down, gets the kill. Nocturne fears him up, but the auto attacks are dealing no damage. On the other side of the fight, Orianna's Shockwave comes up again, kills the Karma, and Ornn's just going to be getting shredded down here by the rest of the team. Lucian dashes in to finish him off, and I think that's going to be it. The Baron minions come in, they've got 5 people to just the Nocturne, and unfortunately I don't think he's going to be able to stop them, so... Solid team fighting here. Good game 3 by Team Make-A-Wish Foundation. Definitely showing that they knew how to play this team fight composition well.
Right, and first game, you know, they got beat. Second game, they almost got beat, and then they made a nice comeback. And then third game, they were behind a little bit, but then they really just took it back in the early mid game and pretty much in the driver's seat from there. I think we got to give our MVP to Weenie Head down there on the Amumu. He made it work throughout the map. He was there when he needed to be for counter ganks. Really well played by him. And you know, I want to give a shout out to Team Wombo. They did what they could. They almost had it there in game 3, but then just some great play by this side of Make-A-Wish Foundation. Sorry, I'm getting real tired. Now onto our 3.5-hour stream. But thank you all for sticking around. Randall Joe, any final thoughts?
Honestly, it was a really fun series. Both of these teams playing some really entertaining team comps. I'm glad we get to see the Volibear top lane. Not something I'm going to see every day, so glad I get to watch it here. And yeah, just some good games from these teams and a nice 2-1 win for Make-A-Wish Foundation. They're now 3-2 on the season, I believe.
Yeah, and so they are gonna practically, from what I heard, they're gonna practically lock in their playoff spot in that third position. So,
Yeah,
looking to make it into playoffs, progress
Yeah.
over the rest of the season, and make a nice run into the finals. Hopefully.
Yeah, Team Wombo sitting at 1-4 after that. So, thank you guys. Thanks for coming out to watch the series. Congratulations to Team Make-A-Wish Foundation for their win, and good night. We'll see you guys tomorrow for Dominate series at 7 o'clock.
Have a great weekend.
Take a moment right here, feeling like it's out gear, driving towards the sun with a rose and a gun. Feel the wind in my hair,